Hey there, hi there, ho there, everybody. Mindful Pig here, and this is the season finale of the Two Tired Dudes podcast. On this episode, me and the guests are going to talk about our favorite video games of 2024. The game doesn't have to come out this year, just as long as we played it this year. I have a whole bunch of special guests on this episode, so as a special thank you to them, right after this is finished, you're going to see a barrage of different clips along with each person's Twitch ID. I highly recommend checking them out. And without further ado, I hope you enjoy the next 3 hours, because I know I did.
Ow! No! Quit it! Oh, you bitch! Quit it, quit it, quit it, quit it, quit it!
Do not tell me I have to get back in the water. You gotta be fucking kidding me. Ah, shit! Oh, fuck.
No.
Get his ass down.
Oh my god! Not us both whipping.
Ah, I'm gonna die.
You stand a chance.
I beat that ass with a fishing rod.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay, who did that? Who did that? You're on my shit list.
Why? Why do you keep doing this to me? Critical hits with lightning spear. I don't have lightning spear. Of all the fire spells imaginable, I have no lightning skills.
Sorry, before we get too far into this, I'll just quickly do the beginning spiel. Oh wow, Peaswad too. Look at this. Nice.
what?
Okay, so yeah, hey there, hi there, ho there, everybody. Mindful Pig here, and I'm joined with my wonderful co-host JW and two lovely guests, Peaswad and Sheila. And today's the big and today's the big final podcast, end of the season podcast we have every year. So basically, everyone's gonna get their moment to shine. They're gonna talk about whatever their favorite game of the year was that they played. Again, big moment of this is that it doesn't have to come out in 2024. You're looking handsome, Peaswad. As long as you played it in 2024. That's my only real rule for it. Don't have to beat it. Just the game you thought was amazing this year that you played. I don't really care. It could be an hour. It could be 3 hour long podcast. I want each person to just have their turn, but like really just go off. Say whatever you want to say. When it's my turn, I will try my best to watch the ping. But as you guys talk and as more people join in, I'll probably back out a little bit of the conversation just so I don't ruin anything with my audio. But yeah. Who pretty much whoever wants to go first, whoever has the least amount of time.
That's why I didn't put my camera. I was too scared that your Chromebook would die.
No worries. So Peaswad pointed himself. So Peaswad, I will give you the first moment here. And what kind of games did you play this year, and which one was your favorite one?
Well, I actually have to go make dinner for my kids. That's why I was like, I told you I got to record my podcast tonight as well, but I wanted to be here for the homies, you know?
Oh yeah.
So this year, I completed 16 games.
Wow.
And I played a whole bunch of other ones also. I'll just say them really fast. Power Wash Simulator on Steam Deck. I actually completed it. Ori and the Blinding Forest on Xbox. Ori and the Will of the Wisp on Xbox. Day of the Diver on Steam Deck. Brotato, difficulty 0 through 3. 20 Minutes of Midnight on Steam Deck. Overcooked 2 with Sleepy while on stream. Light Year Frontier. Pokemon Blue on iPhone. Final Fantasy 1 and 2 on iPhone. Roller Coaster Tycoon on iPhone, and then a whole bunch of those. Lord of the Rings, Return to Moria on Xbox, Graveyard Keeper on Xbox, Loop Hero on iPhone, and Kingdom 80s Summer of Greed on Steam Deck. Those are all the games that I completed this year. I won't name the ones I played because there's quite a bit of those also. But out of all of those, I am torn between two of them. Graveyard Keeper and the Lord of the Rings Return to Moria. I could not get enough of the two of those games.
Wow.
Graveyard Keeper. Like I completed the game, and then I found that they have a bunch of DLCs. Yeah, so then I bought all the DLCs and started the game over again because I was like, this game is so good.
I got stuck at a pinpoint. I could not get to the guy with the stamp. So
Oh.
yeah, that was my whole difficult.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I definitely ran into a couple of those things where I was doing things the hard way instead of just doing it the right way, you know? And then later on I found out the right way and it was like, oh my God, I could have done this. Like I could have been blazing through this game, but instead I'm an idiot and didn't do it the right way. But still made it. The Mines of Moria was really, really good as well. And it's literally because if you like Lord of the Rings at all, you start the game off and you're talking to Gimli. And it's the guy who actually played Gimli's voice. So it's really awesome. And then you fall into the mine and you have to like run around and like try to get out of the mine. But at the same time, you're finding stuff in the mines that you have to like fight and kill. And it's literally just the Mines of Moria and you're in the game of it. So it's so immersive and so well done. I would suggest to play that as well.
Yeah, I remember the last time you were on the podcast, you really hyped that game up.
I'll do it every time. Like next time I come on the podcast, I'm talking about that game.
Aw, thanks, Peaswad. I appreciate you hopping on and letting us know your favorite games this year, though. Thanks, buddy.
Yeah, man.
I'm also really impressed you play a lot of games on the iPhone. I didn't expect that, to be real with you. Is it pretty good on the iPhone?
Yeah. Well, because I have an iPhone, of course. There is an app that you can get that is completely free. And it is called Delta.
Okay.
That's it, just DELTA. And if you have a smartphone, well, I don't know about all smartphones. I can only say I know for sure about iPhone. But you download this Delta thing, and then you can go to websites that have what is it? ROMs? Yeah. And you just download the ROMs onto your phone, and then literally, like, I beat Pokemon Blue and a couple of Final Fantasies, the first two Final Fantasy games, just on my phone. Cost me $0, and it was like, oh, okay, that's well worth it.
Yeah, man, that's awesome. Wow.
$3.99.
That's not bad at all. Especially enjoy some great games like that. Sorry, Sheila, JW. Do one of you guys want to go next?
Well, I was playing a bunch of games. I played, of course, a lot of Phasmophobia this Halloween with.
Oh yeah, Phasmophobia.
Spirit Fair. Spirit Fair is the one with the boat where didn't play that much of it, but I was playing it off stream. And it basically like this girl, she comes into this power like she is like the Grim Reaper. The Grim Reaper, and she's supposed to save like dead souls and make them happy before like they pass away to the other side and the spirit leaves the world.
My wife played that game this year and she really loved it.
Also, the fact that, it's actually her own family members or people that she knows that passed away.
Mm-hmm.
And she passed away, but, it's getting such a detail. The fact that you're actually building their homes and things like that to make them happy on this boat.
Sounds like a damn good game.
Yeah, it is. But it gets sad at the end. I don't know if your wife cried at the end, but I heard during the end of it, she cried.
Wait, is that a skunk? That has a very large tail for a cat.
Oh no, it is a cat.
I also played a lot of Re-Rising. Re-Rising is another good one. If you guys like Castlevania build aspect of it. It's also multiplayer, so it's like a little bit like Diablo.
Oh yeah,
Uh,
I remember this. Yeah, a lot of people. I haven't heard anybody dislike that game at all. It looked cool.
It's a 2D thing. It has like some aspect of like animation, not that much of it.
I'm sorry to interrupt. I have to go get dinner started for my kids, so I
Yeah.
just wanted to make sure I popped in to say, hey, try to get my favorite games of the year, and I love these gentlemen.
We
Yeah,
loved having
thanks.
you, Peaswad. Thank you for hopping in.
Yeah, man, no problem. I'm here for you if I can be, So I'll check you guys later.
You betcha. Have a great night, buddy.
Wise.
Yep, see
Till
ya.
next time.
And then if Mindful does his editing property, a little thing will pop up with Peaswad's link and everything to his Twitch channel and his YouTube. But sorry, Sheila, you continue on. What other games did you have?
Abandoned Soul was the worst game you could possibly buy, even though it's like a $5 game. It's a 5-second game. It's supposed to be a horror game.
Yeah, but does the horror work? Or
No,
no, nothing works.
no.
I'm currently looking at the trailer. Yeah, no, it looked cool.
The trailer looks amazing, but once you play it, it's like, it goes to shit.
So what happens into it, and why does it become shit?
Well, because you have to, well, basically, you're looking for a missing person in this abandoned place. You see, like, flies all over the place.
Mm-hmm.
So, you go wander this abandoned place, and you find these flyers.
Okay, and that's the game?
Then your alarm goes off in your car, and then when you go look at the car, you have access on the car, and that's the end of the game.
Oh, wow. Okay, yeah, it does sound short.
So you'll find out who the murderer is, what caused these people to go missing, or what's going to, like, dance like.
So sorry, Sheila.
But,
Is it like a puzzle solving game or is it like a story game? Like what kind of horror elements is
It's
it?
supposed to be like a story-based game.
Oh, okay.
It's- but it's just like terrible.
Oh yeah, no,
But
totally get
my
it.
favorite game of all time is Peter Jackson King Kong.
Woo!
I haven't played it myself, so I don't know. Is it the based on the movie? or-
Yeah.
It's based on the movie. It's
It's from the GameCube era,
it's
though.
but you play between the human. You play the I guess the person's name is Jack, but in the middle of the game, you turn into playing as King Kong. So you gotta play a large amount of that game with King Kong being your main character.
Like I know
And I just love that aspect of it.
yeah, no, it's a great show, Sheila, because I remember I watched the movie and I think it was like a couple weeks later I got to play the game and yeah, it nailed it like piece for piece, like how the movie was done. I don't know.
Oh, that's cool.
I really hope it's not nostalgia, but like I just remember like when Sheila was saying she was playing, I was like, oh man, you're gonna have the best time ever. Cause yeah, she's right. The human scenes are pretty awesome. I don't know, was there like a limited amount of ammo, Sheila? Like you had like a pretty good amount, right? I think you still had to find ammo, but like it was decent, the levels that you played through as a human, from what I remember at least.
The ammo was limited, but it was enough for you to get by that level. They didn't leave you with
Yeah.
completely helpless.
And I remember you got to play as King Kong. It was fucking badass. Like, he could still get hurt, mind you. It's not like you were like, Superman going into the
Yes.
battle, but like you did feel like powerful like King Kong. Like there were some pretty cool attacks.
Oh
you
my
could do.
god, as soon as I see that I was playing King Kong, my mouth basically dropped to the ground. I was like so smiling.
Yeah, I remember the T-Rex fight was so good. Like you actually got to like break their mouths open. I was like, yes, this is what I
Yes.
wanted. Yeah, sorry. That game is really good though. That's an excellent shout.
Cool. It's rare to have a game based on a movie that's good.
Yeah, very true.
There's not that many.
So was there any other like favorite ones you had, Sheila? Or was it just King Kong for you?
Well, Uncharted and King Kong were the best, but I'm also in between Persona 3 Reloaded.
Yeah, I thought that was gonna be on your list for sure for one of your favorite games because you played a lot of that.
But you know what? It's so long, and I'm kind of drained out on playing it, unfortunately say.
Very understandable. I still don't know how fucking Jimmy did it. Like, I swear to God, I think it was like 2 weeks straight that boy kept playing it, or whatever it was, 3 weeks. Like, I don't know how he stayed so committed.
How? I've been playing it for 8 months straight, and I'm only at 40%.
What up, Sleepy Weasel? I know. Like, I was saying, like, he'd be like, he's like, I just have to know what the next dialogue speech is gonna be. And like, when you play that game, I told him, I was like, dude, that's like the weakest part. Like, I don't know how you got so invested in these characters. For me, it was the fighting. I love the combat.
The combat is good, but the thing is, like, Junpei gets to me, even though I want to slap the shit out of that stupid shit at Junpei.
So true. And sorry, okay. Oh yeah, Uncharted. That's right. Yeah, you did play a lot of. I think Uncharted was at the beginning of the year, right? You were playing it.
Yes,
Yeah. Did you end up finishing them or?
yes.
Wow, way to go, Sheila.
But I do have to play 2 and 3 over. Those were my nostalgia games from the PS3 age.
Still though, like way to go. Those are excellent games to wrap up. I still need to play them.
Oh, mindful, why? You just bought Persona 5, nevertheless.
I know, terrible. What about you, Mr. JW?
It is a long ass game though.
It is. It is.
Like I don't think I've ever finished a Persona. Like I've tried them many times, but I've never finished one.
I don't know about you guys, but before this one,
Another great game, even though I started it, sorry to say this.
What's that?
For Skies of Arcadia.
Yeah, excellent choice.
Yeah, what is that already? It says something to me.
Skies of Arcadia, it's like a pirate game. Like, there are 2 types of pirates, there good pirates and bad pirates. So in the beginning of the game, like, they jump on this, rich ship that is owned by, some group, and what happens is they try to steal all their goods, and in the meanwhile they see a princess getting kidnapped by this man. So they see the princess and they bring her to their domain, their homes, or the but she gets approved and accepted, and I didn't get that far into it after that. But the amount that I paid, it was an amazing game.
Okay, cool.
I was gonna say, like, from what I remember, it's a JRPG though, right, Sheila?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it does sound like one.
But I was gonna say, I don't know if you guys did this or not, but I was looking through my Xbox, my PlayStation app, just for all the games I played this year. And man, when you go like back to like March, February, January, I was like, oh yeah, crap, I did play this and beat it. Actually, I forgot I played fucking Mr. Misagi this year, like just stupid games like that.
Oh yeah, you played a lot of stupid game this year.
Ooh.
It's true though.
It's not a diss, it's true.
It's true.
like-
Let's talk about Bug Simulator. How about that one, Michael? What are you going into detail with that game?
I know. I still have to somehow manage to beat that stupid last level that it makes no sense.
I mean, the just a couple of streams ago, he did like a homeless survivor game that from like Abandonware. It's
Yep. There was the fucking Chromebook games there for a whole month.
there was web games as well.
What about you, Mr. JW? It's been quite a year for you too. You played lots.
Oh, for sure. So what was the question? What were my favorites, or what was my best game
Yeah,
of
like
the
what
year?
was your best game? And then if you had a few you want to shout out, like that's fine. Like I said, you guys have the floor tonight.
Okay, because it's hard to say because I would do it per categories, right? Best fighting game, Tekken 8. Tekken 8 was
Oh
Such
shit!
a-
Yeah.
such a a better game than all the previous Tekkens that for me like it really blew it out of the park. It was super fun to play. I wish the character creation was better, more like the Soul Calibur ones, but as far as the fighting go, it's really good. Like they've really found good ways of being fun as much for casual players as for pro players, right?
Yeah, I totally forgot you, Jimmy, played that at the beginning.
Yeah. But like game of the year would probably be like Silent Hill 2 remake, but I don't like the idea of a remake being my game of the year because it has it's a bit unfair, right? Because I already have feelings attached to Silent Hill 2 and all that, right? So in that case, it would probably be in terms of new games. It would probably be Stellar Blade because the gameplay of Stellar Blade is super fun. Like I've platinum Stellar Blade. That's how much fun I've had with it. I rarely platinum games, and I mean it's not perfect, right? But I've had so much fun with playing and replaying the game and trying out all the different special moves and the stylish actions and all that. It's right up my alley, right? It's my favorite kind of game, those stylish action games.
Yeah.
So yeah, for sure that would be it. But yeah, the thing is though is that the Silent Hill 2 remake is like very good in every aspect, story-wise, gameplay-wise, and all that.
Yeah.
I would say my only complaint would be that it's a slightly too long, or maybe like slightly not too long, but maybe slightly too many enemies are fighting just by a tiny bit towards the end. But otherwise, it's pretty darn good. But it's a bit unfair because they already had a template, right? It's not new. It's a bit like re-releasing your favorite movie and then saying that's your movie of the year. It's like, well, sure, fair, but not entirely.
Yeah.
There were, good, interesting, smaller games. Like I wouldn't say that one was good, but there was Banishers: Ghost of New Eden, where I didn't like the gameplay per se. Like I was really annoyed with the gameplay, but the writing and the choices were very interesting and good. So small shout out to that. Helldivers 2 was a ton of fun for a short while.
Yeah, that was a big game for you guys for a bit.
Yeah, and like it becomes stale when you sort of have done like all the difficulties, but well, not stale, but you sort of you make the round. It's fun. It's like you get over it. But if I look at the amount of hours I played, I have like 66 hours in Helldivers 2, which is more than I thought.
Yeah, it's
Although you
decent.
could probably take off like 10-15 hours from this because a good amount of hours is me trying to get into the game. Because at the time the servers were full and it was a
Ouch.
big thing. But it would still mean I have like around 40 to 50 hours in it, right? So it's still a very good amount, especially for the price they were giving, right?
Yeah.
No Man's Sky, good out as always. Every year, at some point during the year, I start playing it again for a while.
Yeah, we had a
With
lot of
their
nice
new
little
updates.
updates this year.
Yeah, exactly. I know Hood wanted to be here and talk about this, but I have the exact same view as him for Dragon's Dogma 2,
Yeah.
where the game has like a lot of problems, but in terms of like exploration and the fun of like exploring the open world, going around and figuring some stuff out in the open world and all that, it's almost like an adventure, right? That was like super fun, very, very good. And
And it was actually like nice, like looking forward to those podcast episodes though, when you would talk about your adventures because they're so unique to you. You know what I mean? Like so far, what I've heard from other
exactly.
players. Yeah.
And that's exactly it. Like in terms of like exploring, trying some stuff out, trying to do stuff, etc. It's so unique and fun to do. Like it's its greatest strength that sort of for me topples all of its faults because it has a lot of faults, right?
Yeah.
And so that are like so if I think of something or see something else, I'll mention it.
Okay, good. It froze
What
there.
about you, Mindful?
Yeah, Mindful.
Well, actually, before we get into this, I'm a little bit disappointed, unless I'm completely fucking up my memory right now. But was this not the year that you got the N64, my dude? Did we not get to hear about the N64 gems?
Yes. Yes, that is very true. Yes.
We didn't hear anything about his favorite game, Conquer.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, I mean, again, it's a bit in the same category as Silent Hill 2, where it's a bit unfair, right? Because it is the best game like ever made, and my feelings attached to it. But yes, of course, Conquer Bad Fur Day. I still did not finish it, but it's so funny, and because it's so
Neither did
funny.
Mindful, but watching Mindful play is like a treat in itself. I sit there with like popcorn and I just go off and I start laughing and start going to take a million clips of it.
Oh yeah, I know, and like giving directions through writing is insanely hard.
It's like, what am I supposed to do? Go right? Go left? Do I look up?
Yeah, and so yeah, that game aged so well because it is so funny, and like it's such great fun. I love this game, 2 bits, and for sure,
That would
Perfect
be
Dark.
the only reason why I would get N64 or the newer one that I put in Discord. The newer that's HDMI capability. I would just get Bad Fury just to play that freaking Conquer game.
Oh, I mean, it's definitely worth it if for anyone that hasn't tried it. It's like such a unique vision and game that you will never see something like that ever again. I think, right?
I think that's the cool
I
part. Of all
hope
of this
not.
is like like when you're hearing this from JW, like you got to keep in mind you're hearing this from the N64 version, so he's still enjoying it, in its prime state. So yeah, like I don't know, that's what made me excited. It's like wow, like for it to hold up
Yeah, I
and
paid I paid much for having an OG version and playing it on the N64. Probably the game that like cost extra.
Hey, look what I did. I bought myself a Dreamcast. I bought myself a GameCube. I have a PS3 with backwards compatible. I have a PS4 in there. And I also have a SNES in my closet.
So yeah, and so the N64 trip down memory lane, playing all the not all, but the Mario parties with my wife and some friends, which is still very funny and fun to do, and that's the cool thing. I find there are multiple games that has aged badly, but multiple that has aged well as well. And discovering that James Bond did not age well, 007 on the N64,
Yep.
and playing it with my wife was not because of my wife, but playing the multiplayer was boring when it used to be such a highlight for this game.
Yes.
But
Yes, I can actually agree with that. And yes, I do agree. Shit, Mindful, you have a commercial. Is that going to affect the podcast?
No, it'll still keep going. It's okay, guys.
Gotcha.
and strangely enough, playing Perfect Dark aged better than 007, even though they're very similar games. That
Yeah.
was like the biggest what the fuck moment I've like had in a long time. Like, it's so hard to figure out why, and to a point where me and Mindful Pig will make a video in the future of a retrospective on the
Ooh.
Perfect Dark and exploring these concepts.
Oh, goody. I will be picking up Perfect Dark on Steam whenever they release it. Because I need to play it. I need to have that OG come back to me, because to
You
be
mean the
honest,
new one, or
the newer one.
yeah, I'm excited for it as well.
Yeah.
And so so Perfect Dark and Conqueror, two of the best video games on the N64, I think.
And how was it
And
like?
I can actually honestly agree with you. But 007, I did play a lot of multiplayer with that, and that was so much fun at that time. Especially playing with 4 people, you have 4 separate squares, and all use a region at the same freaking time, because you don't know when someone's gonna shoot you in the ass, and they do it every single time.
Yeah, but like even the single player, I mean, it was such a jarring hit when I played it, and I was like, oh, like, oh, this is it. Oh,
This is shit.
not as I remembered.
I was gonna say though, like, so how has it been like going back to the N64 though? Like, I'm just curious, like that feeling being on that console again and experiencing those games. Like you said, some games obviously have changed a lot as far as you remember, but like even control wise and all that, like, has there been a lot of frustrations or has it been pretty pleasant playing on the N64 again?
The frame rate has been trouble depending on the game. For example, Perfect Dark, in certain areas, the frame rate was atrocious. Especially the current. Like, I'm currently stuck on the last level, and there's certain bits in that last level. The frame rate makes it very hard to control. But
You see, but that's what happens when you get into retro games, Unfortunately, I feel that way about an older game that I never finished called Kane and Lynch.
yeah, no, it's a very fun game, Kane and Lynch. Well, not
But
the
the
second one, but
But the problem is that, like, if I'm shooting someone in the head, it feels like my bullets are going through his head and I'm not killing them.
Right. But yeah, no. So the main thing is probably the frame rate, but I know I was expecting it. In terms of control, I know everybody like sort of hates the N64 controller. I'm sort of okay with it. You know, it's not my favorite, but it's it's not atrocious to control neither, because you usually only use like half of the controller anyway. The other half doesn't do anything.
That's
So
true. Yeah, that's
getting back
true.
into it was quite easy actually. So it's probably because I grew up with it, right?
That's not too bad if it was just the frame rate. But yeah, I'm glad you felt the same way, yeah, too, about GoldenEye. Like I said, playing that one even on the N60 or sorry, the Xbox launch there too. I was like, man, this game fucking sucks. Like, why did I like it so
Well,
much?
but what was surprising is it's not only the multiplayer did, but the single player, like the whole
Yeah.
package sucked. And I was shocked. Like I was really shocked. I was like, no, that's impossible. Like we had so much fun. And like I went through those missions and it all felt wrong. Right?
Yeah. No, totally. I did the first level again and I was like, why did I like this? Like, this is fucking terrible.
Even like one of my favorite levels, the one where you like come out of the vent in the toilets and like at the facility and
Yeah.
all that. That's after the first level, I think. I think the level is called Facility.
Yeah.
Even that one, I was like sort of, I don't know, it just felt off and boring, and I was just bored. Yeah,
Yeah.
which was so like that was the saddest one to play. Really, like it's like every other one was like, oh, okay, yeah, no, I see or whatever, but this one was so sad to realize how I don't know how it didn't click anymore.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like you blocked out, like, I guess the grind to every level. Like, I remember them being fun, but then like we actually played, I was like, oh yeah, I have to avoid this. Oh yeah, I have to watch out for this. I have to shoot this guy here. It's just like, I don't know. It didn't seem fun. Like, it just felt like a chore to go through that level. Like, that's the best way to say it.
Yeah, and everything blows up for no reason as well.
Yes.
Like you shoot like a
Love
box
that.
and somehow it blows up the whole level. Now you have to start over.
Yeah, you shoot an alarm, it blows up like a fucking C4.
Well, they did on purpose to give it that action movie feel to it. Like I remember seeing an interview with the Rare employees where they were talking about adding these explosions made it that much more of an action thing, because before there wasn't any of that, right?
It's like Michael Bay.
Basically, they did a Michael Bay. Yeah.
And then one game you didn't mention, but what about your Withering Waves journey you had this year?
Oh yeah, I forgot. Like, here's the what happened with Withering Wave. I got addicted to it for like a while. Really loved like the first part of the main storyline. So meaning until reaching the peaks and finding what's the name, Juno or something.
Yeah.
It's basically a dragon entity or whatever. It's a bit like an AI, but it's not an AI. But it has the same sort of capacity. And it was like a very good first season of an anime, so it was great. Then the next upgrade to the story, the next update, didn't come for a while. Then I changed computers, and I didn't feel the need to reinstall it. And I haven't played since. So I think the time it took before the next update came was a bit too long, and so I wasn't into it anymore, right? But
But would
you
you
know,
still recommend
terms
it though?
of-
Like for the parts that
Yeah,
you
for
played?
sure.
Yeah.
for sure, it's just I'm not the target audience here, right?
Yeah.
Like these sort of gacha game or sort of live service type of games are not my thing in general, right? The reason Withering Waves captured me was because of its slick, stylish gameplay and how doing counters when blocking or dodging and having multiple combos you could do, which was much better than most gacha games. That's what really took me in. Plus, I had really cool characters that I was able to pull,
Yeah,
and
yeah, you had some nice photos.
like I said, even the story was super interesting. It was like a really good first season of an anime. So yeah, no, I would definitely still recommend it. It's just I've got other games to play, right? Like I can't lose my life to this one game. So
Of course. Yeah, no, just,
What are you doing about Tiny Terry Terrible Trip?
yeah, that's
I
right.
wouldn't recommend that though.
I was trying to think about
That was the
games we
biggest
don't
biggest
play.
disappointment of the year, really.
Oh.
Yeah, like in the trailers, it like I even did a video on this that you can watch on my channel, where I do a comparison of the trailers of what it shows in the trailer, which is a sort of like they show like there's a bunch of action you can do, crime, and like it looks like a cartoon version of a GTA, basically going in the open world and doing a bunch of activities and stuff. But in reality, it's just like extremely boring and not very interactive, the open world. And like I'm not even sure why there's an open world at this point. It's basically just a collectathon. That's probably why. So you just go collecting junk in order to go to space, right? So it got real fast, real boring, real fast. So I will say though, it's very funny. The writing of that game is very funny, but that's the only thing it has, really.
Then JW, if you want funny writing, I think you need to play Cat Quest.
Oh yeah, I know Cat Quest. I know of it. I haven't played it, so I don't know.
I couldn't get into that game, man. It just wasn't my cup of tea.
Yeah, the gameplay.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too. That's why I haven't gotten it. But yeah, no, it looked like a fine game, just not my thing.
Well, one of the people that I know streamed the whole entire game, and they would nonstop laughing about the whole freaking quirky comments and shit. Say,
Oh yeah. Speaking of that, actually, a game where I still haven't gotten, where I only played the demo, but it was a great time.
Oh,
Was
you read my mind.
gory, cuddly carnage.
Yeah.
That was such like this felt like such a 90s game,
Yep.
right? Where it's like super like super like offensive and super offensive and funny.
Yep.
And like you're basically a cat in space. Your ship gets hit and you crash on the toy planet. And now you need to go through this because you need to find your creator or something. And there's basically a bunch of zombie unicorns and toys that try to kill you along the way, and you move around on a sort of technological floating board, like like in
Like
Back
a
to the
hoverboard,
Future,
yeah.
where hoverboard, where you can cut people with it and have upgrades where you then smash enemies and like a bunch of stuff. Like it's a very, very indie low budget game, but it was such a fun time. Not only
Yeah.
funny, but the gameplay from afar it looks like nothing. It looks bad, but when you play it, it's so much fun to just go around and kill and smash stuff.
Yeah. It's one of those
So
games
I
you
would
definitely can't
like-
watch. You have to play it.
Yeah, for sure. Like, it's I'll definitely buy it and stream it once I buy it. Like once it's $20, I'll get it for sure.
oh,
Because currently I think it's $30 Canadian.
Okay.
So and I've seen it on GOG, so there's no reason not to buy it at this point. You can also for much more. Yeah, for much more, you can also buy a physical version if you want. But you're basically paying much more for the CD as well if that's what you're into.
Actually, yeah.
Because I know
I
the
was curious about the
digital
physical.
version it costs less.
Okay.
Well, Mindful Pig, he's definitely gonna get a physical copy.
I am. It's a good game though. It's so good. Like he's not joking. It's a really good game.
Yeah, no, the demo was really good. Like
Yeah.
I need to get it, and once I do, I'll stream it for sure.
There's a game that I've been thinking about, but it just slipped my mind, and I don't know what it's called.
I know there was another game. I can't remember the name of it. Sorry, JW. But you and your buddy were playing at the beginning of the year. I think it was like a horror survival game. When you described it to me, it was
Oh, GTFO.
Yeah. There you go. There was that one too. You played.
Yeah. Well, we only play like a mission here and there, but we don't like play that often anymore. But we've been pretty busy, him and I, anyway. So it's hard to say, but it's more like we play a mission here and there. But yeah, sometimes.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's a super fun and original horror game. Like there's really no other game like it, I find.
Yeah, there was that
basically basically mission-based extraction shooter where you go in with a team of either players or AI, and you need to complete a couple of objectives, kill enemies, and get out without dying.
There was that one, and there was also I Am Your Beast. That was another one you shouted out a few times now on the podcast.
Yes. Actually, that's a very good shout out. I Am Your Beast would probably be my best indie game of the year. That one. It was such an original, narratively speaking, it was such an original game, like very stylized, and how they approach things. So basically, there's like sort of a cutscene of subtitles. That's the best way I can describe it. Where there's like a visual colors, visual flarings with subtitles of what is being said, but you don't see, like, there's no action in front of the screen. You mostly see subtitles. So there's that explaining the story. Then there's like the mission, and each mission is quite different from one another, especially towards later, because you get sort of banged up a lot, so you start bleeding. So there's some missions you need to complete under a certain amount of time, and so there's a bunch of different ways of completing those missions. Basically, first-person shooter where you can grab anything in the environment and use as a weapon, right? So there's a tree log on the ground, you can take it, throw it at an enemy, or hit it, and it feels so great to just run around and cause carnage and end the level, right? And doing it in a good amount of time and with certain objectives, and yeah, no, just great fun. Or you shoot with your gun, it becomes empty, you throw it in the face of the other guy, then you take his weapon and slug his friend, and a great killing simulator.
Yeah, so the trailer looked really good when I looked it up that after you shouted out the first time. So definitely does. Yeah, it looks like it's worth a playthrough for sure.
It's very good, and the voice acting is also very good. Like, I really like the characters, and like they portrayed a lot with just so little to. Because there's a couple of cutscenes, it's not a heavy cutscene. And by cutscene, again, I don't mean like you see the characters interacting or anything. It's really more like you have the voices, and you see the stylized subtitles in front of you.
Oh, okay.
Like, it's so hard to explain. You will have to show what I mean in the video once you edit this. And I sent you gameplay anyway, so you probably will be able to find what I mean. And but yeah, no, the characters and the voice acting is really good. So the narrative is nice, simple and nice. The gameplay is awesome. I can't say enough good things about it. Like, I would definitely highly recommend it to anyone. And it's a short game too, so it won't take like all your life to do.
Like Persona 3 is.
Yeah, exactly, like Persona 3.
I'm sorry. It is. It's basically taking up my life. It's like, I want to beat that game so badly, and I'm just like, oh.
Well, I was taking
Yeah, no, I for sure like it might just not be my type of game as well, but like there's so much grind and so much stuff to do to until you reach the end. Like it's insane for each game, not just for one or multiple or it's like all of them they're like that.
I was just doing a quick little peek on Gamer Picks, see if I missed any other ones. And there was one last game you didn't shout out yet that you played. You took a few pics of Flintlock.
Your mic is cutting out, Michael.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but I understood he's talking
Oh.
about Flintlock.
Yeah.
That's because I didn't finish it because I got pissed off at the end. So it's good until it isn't. That's the problem with it. Like it was good for. Let me start over. There are a lot of problems, and I can see why a lot of people didn't like it. But gameplay wise, I had a lot of fun with it, sliding around, doing combos, and trying to stay alive to bring up my combo and get more souls. Basically, it's basically a Souls-like, but not really at the same time. It uses some Souls-like mechanics, which is like the bonfire systems and the soul systems, but it has a special thing where the more you stay alive without getting hit and without, returning to the bonfire, the higher the amount of bonus souls you can get. So it really incentivizes you to do combos, to run around and kill a bunch of stuff, right? And I like all the different arsenal and stuff you could use. And but yeah, towards the end they sort of dropped the ball as much narratively as gameplay wise. Like the bosses are like the weakest part. Like it really shows all the worst of this game.
Oh, that's disappointing.
And so I didn't finish it because it got really bad towards the end. So
There is a game that I do wanna try to own and play on the Dreamcast, Nights into Dreams. I don't know if you ever heard of that game before.
Yeah,
no.
yeah, I played that one.
But
Yeah, but every Dreamcast game, Mindful, that doesn't count.
yeah, I know, Mindful. That's not fair to us new people.
I know.
Yeah, exactly.
I was literally
But
like,
what is it,
addicted.
Sheila?
It's basically it is a retro classic. It slips into the dream world and goes into the aerial adventures of Nights. It is classic Saturn remake. It collects, or I guess it's a platformer type game.
It's fucked up. Like that's what it is. It's fucked up. Like
Okay.
it makes no sense when you're playing it. And as a kid, I couldn't appreciate that. As an adult, when you indulged a little bit, I was like, okay, I could play this, right? Like there's one level you're just flying through it. You're collecting these rings, and like there's so much weird shit going on. I think I remember there was like a bear with a clown hat on, and he's like rolling a ball through space, and like the whole world is just like messed up. Like Knights, like the character, all of his like worlds he goes into, they're always like this really like weird, trippy like atmosphere. Like none of them make any sense. Like they're just always like an acid trip is the best way to say it.
Right.
I
okay.
love it when I get my foot all started up on the game. It makes no sense. It makes no sense whatsoever.
Because there's no like point to it. Like the levels feel pointless sometimes. It's like, what am I doing? Am I just supposed to enjoy this? Like
So what? I think that were pretty much all my shoutouts. What about you, Mindful Pig?
Yes, it's your turn.
all right. Yeah, so sorry if I cut out every once in a while. I mean, obviously, point blank period. My game of the year was Resident Evil 4. one of my best experience I've had in gaming.
The original
Yeah,
one, right?
the original one. Yeah, sorry, not the remake. Yeah, just one of the best experience I've had in gaming so far. Like I said on multiple podcasts now, this game just hits every point. I see it from Jimmy's point of view, because I was talking about him, right? Because it's Resident Evil, and he was just being very clear how he didn't enjoy that one, coming from 1 to 3, and I do get that. It was a very different direction, um, compared to those ones. Like, I could see why someone would have changed their mind. I almost like, in a part of me is like, I wonder if it would have been better if instead of Resident Evil, it was something else. But
Well, initially it wasn't supposed to be a Resident Evil.
oh, okay.
The story behind 4 was it was supposed to be a sort of offshoot of Devil May Cry, or like a new Devil May Cry game,
Oh,
I think. Or am I mixing stories of how Devil May Cry came to be?
I mean, I could see that
Okay,
because
so
it was different.
What? Sorry.
I said I can see that because yeah, it was very different. Like, it didn't feel Resident Evil.
Yeah, no, I think I mixed up the story. So ignore what I said. The story I was going to say is how Devil May Cry came to be, where it was supposed to be a Resident Evil, but like completely different. It was essentially supposed to be Resident Evil 4, but then it became so different with like the combo system and the character and all that they decided to do a new IP with it, right? That's the story. So Diablo, well, not Diablo. I mean, Resident Evil 4 is what, yeah, is basically the real a new way, a new direction. Like you said, it's still sort of, they'll keep that campy side to it, though, right? There's still like similarities with the other Resident Evil. It's mostly the gameplay side of it that has completely changed. Like, it's more of an action game, but it's still very horror, right?
Yes.
Like, it was able to walk that thin line compared to all the other ones after 4.
Yeah. No, it just did a fantastic job of it. You're right. When it needed to be scary, so to speak, it did a great job of that. And when it needed to feel like you're in an action movie, and like not just any kind of action, like it literally felt like like Terminator 2 kind of action. Like it had that hype, that perfect level of excitement that you want from an action game. And yeah, like we said before, right? It did a great job doing a companion quest, so to speak, and just making that enjoyable still, and even making that like a chunk of the story. I like how watching trailers and hearing people talk about all these years, I had an expectation of what that game was going to be like, and that game destroyed that expectation. Like, I literally thought I was going to meet Ashley, and that was going to be just a big chunk of my life in that game. And it is like a decent chunk, but it's not the whole game. There are many moments you get to be just Leon again, and I love that it did that. I love that it swapped back and forth constantly. I was telling JW a couple podcasts ago, I love the fact that game never ends. It kept going for a while there. In fact, it's still going, because even now that I completed it, I still have the other girl's missions from her side of the perspective of how it all went down. Ada, sorry, is her name. So yeah, I'm excited to finish up that one. But even like the story with Leon, I had 3 different main bosses that I had to fight. Like, it was cool. Like, I love that they just kept the story going while still staying on that same similar main quest, right? Getting Ashley and saving her. Yeah, just like I said, just
Right.
yeah, just a really, really good game from start to finish. And I said, playing the original, I could say
I told you many times to ship Jill in a box and send her home because she was going to be nothing but problems.
I know. I'm not gonna lie. That last little bit, I got like a little bit cringe because we all talked about Ashley and what her age must be, right? And then when she's like, "Oh, Leon, come to my bedroom and I'll give you a little something, something," I was like, Oh no. Leon, you made the right
Yeah, well,
choice.
even Leon refuses. He's like,
He rejects her hard, like he just pushes her away. He's like, no. But yeah, that one was really good. Like I was saying earlier, my other one that I don't want to discredit was Perfect Dark. I think Perfect Dark was fantastic. I mean, Resident Evil 4 just definitely had a lot more solid points to it, but nothing against Perfect Dark whatsoever. Um, Again, another game I only played the first level of. So my expectations weren't crazy. I didn't really know what to think of it. And I'm sure JW has the same experience playing that game and going through all the different quests or mission lines. Sorry. It feels like the story's not there. And then as you start to get to those last few missions, everything starts to kind of come together. They do a pretty good job. It's not an amazing story, but they do a pretty good job putting everything back together, all the different characters you've come across, and what's their final conclusion is going to be, and then where you end up, who you end up fighting. Sorry, at the end, and what the main alien race's objective was the entire time. And I just love how every
thanks for spoiling the games for the people that haven't played it.
sorry, it's 30-year-old game here we're talking about. I love that every mission was different too, as in, like, I mean, yes, the layouts were all different, but I love that they gave you a different gadget every time, and you got to
Yeah.
go a little bit further, into what you're actually capable of, as a secret agent or whatever she was supposed to be. Yeah, that was really cool. I liked figuring out how that gadget was going to help you throughout that level. I thought that was a really high point for that game.
Yeah, such a cool game. I would say the like last couple of levels are like the shittiest part as of now, but like it gets so stupidly hard and
Yeah.
like obtuse compared to the rest
Well,
of the
Perfect
game.
Dark.
Yes.
Especially, oh my god, that last level is pissing me off so much. Like I had to stop playing at some point because I couldn't take it repeating that same level. I'll get
Basically,
to
he
it.
was about to break his 64.
Well, I
Oh
get
yeah,
it too.
'cause
If the frame rate,
the frame rate and controls.
yeah.
Well, try aiming with stupid frame rates, because you need to aim specific parts at the last boss.
Yeah.
All the last boss like throws missiles at you.
Yeah, right? Oh, I hated that so much.
So
Um,
yeah.
yeah,
And
yeah.
I have to aim, mind you, with one joystick too. Meaning I have to stop, hold the aim button, try to move with the joystick, and it's so fucking hard to aim in that and with the N64. I'm not sure if I'll be able to finish it, but I'm planning to. So.
I know it's one of those things too. I thought I could use the rocket launcher to kind of cheese that part a bit, but you literally have to like use the gun to like fire off the pieces of that symbol. It doesn't let you do any like quick tricks for it.
Oh, but I have a tip for you actually. In that last level, there's like 3 objectives you need to put these explosives, right?
Yeah.
And then, but there are like 2 or 3 extra statues. So if those 2 sort of extra statues and blow up these 3 objectives, then you will unlock the Phoenix, a dual Phoenix weapon, which is like basically a bunch of rocket launchers in both hands.
Oh.
And so yeah, you can, because I did it on the last mission before I quit, where if you use the rocket launcher against the statue, you can break multiple pieces at once instead of just one at a time.
That's cool. Wow. Yeah, man. Oh man, that's sick. I kind of want to try that now. I want to go back to it.
Do it.
Michael Ping good. Play again, folks.
Well, that's the cool thing with Perfect Art. Since it's mission based, you can just repeat the mission that you want with like the
Exactly.
cheats that you want and the difficulty that you want and all that.
I like that too. Yeah, because
Plus, what's cool is that every difficulty has more missions and objective to complete, so it's really new, right?
yeah, but the cheat thing was awesome too. I love the fact that you could just make yourself God mode and go back in there and just wreck that level, or go about it completely different.
Yeah.
Yeah. I did play Conquer a little bit because of JW. Actually, I gotta say he kind of got me focused on certain games this year, which was nice because there was a point of I was checking my time feed. And there was definitely quite a few moments this year where I just was playing like an hour of this, an hour of that, an hour of this. So few good games I got to play that I actually went all the way through. Was definitely thanks to JW. But yeah, Conquer was great, like JW said. Just great storytelling. Excellent humor and jokes in that game. Yeah.
Wait, what game?
Conquer, sorry.
Oh yes, Conquer. Yeah.
Yeah, and then I did play a lot of shit games. I played Mr. Masagi, which was hilarious. That was a good one from Jimmy. I played Homeless Simulator, which I said was fine. It wasn't at all what I expected.
Oh no, you just raged completely on that game, and that was hilarious to see you rage.
Well, that last one was so stupid. Like it just pissed me off. It wouldn't let me win because I couldn't stand up. Like what a dumb mechanic. I played Far, which was an indie game on the PlayStation. Basically, you had this ship, and you were going from point A to point B, and you were just repairing your ship and learning about your journey. It was okay. It wasn't fantastic by any means. I played Blinded Fury on the Xbox. I forgot about that one. That one was really good. It was a little action-packed game. Again, point A to point B, and you had to. I think at the end you had to like kill 3 different gods or something like that. But yeah, it was really good combat. A lot of fun as building up combos and all that stuff. Just shitty frame rate, which I was kind of really disappointed in, especially on an Xbox game of that size. I expected better, but the frame rates really ruined some levels and messed up a lot of your combos that you were trying to make. Other than that, it would have been a great game. And then there was Fallout 76. I got heavily addicted to that one. I do plan on going back to it again. But I think that was a really good community game. By itself, I agree. It's nothing special, but it's not trying to be that, right? It's trying to be a multiplayer game. But still, No Man's Sky, like GW said, did it way better as far as playing with friends go. Even by yourself, No Man's Sky is a blast. But when you're playing with friends, I thought those were some of the best multiplayer moments I had this year. Like that moment with JW where things were phasing in and out of the game, and all these assholes were chasing us and stuff like that, and he was trying to figure out, like, do we go in a cave, like how do we avoid all this crap, and like just more chaos was happening. That was one of my peak moments this year, as far as playing with somebody. It was just so hilarious, right? Like just in the moment, it was just so chaotic.
I have a question. How about How to Survive 2? What were your thoughts on that?
Which one? Sorry, Sheila.
Wait, what?
Sorry, Sheila. Yeah, which one did you?
Both of you? What?
Here, wait.
Uh-oh. Is this delicate for me too?
No.
No.
It's fine. Sheila.
You said something, but it got tangled with Mindful Pigs bugging.
How to Survive 2? What were your thoughts on that game?
Here, 1 sec. I'll answer in 1 second. Okay, good. This kind of worked last time when I just jumped in and out and kind of fixed the problem for a bit. How to Survive 2 is really, really good. It's better, in my opinion, than State of Decay. So if you like that kind of zombie survival game, I'd highly recommend playing this one because I think it just does a much better job of it. The writing is great. There's a lot of comedic moments in the game, and the survival mechanics are very easy to manage. I love the fact that you could replay a quest and you can put it up to, like, let's say level 10 or level 1, whichever difficulty you want. And the higher the level, the more rewards you get. If you have watched me play Diablo ever, you know I'm all about increasing that level to get the more loot and stuff. So any game that offers that mechanic, I'm always a big fan of. But yeah, no, that's a good shout, Sheila. That was actually a lot of fun that I got to play this year. Yeah, and other than that, I was just gonna say the finals. The finals really shocked me again this year. I think I played it last year. I'm trying to remember when it came out. If we played it in January, is that when it came out?
Looking at your thing. 1 second. Videos.
Like, do you remember JW?
Played
Remember
The finals?
Sorry, what?
4 months ago, you played it.
Yeah, the finals.
Was that this
Yeah.
year that came out, or was it last year that came out? Like, I mean, because I was gonna, no, yeah, I can't remember either. I was gonna ask you,
last year.
was it okay? Okay, so then, okay, that's fair. Because I was gonna say that to you earlier, but I was like, I think that came out last year. But anyway, I played it more.
No, actually, wait, what?
I want to say January. Like, I feel
yeah.
like it did come out in January, maybe December.
I see 2 dates. I see December 7, 2023 and December 12, 2024.
Well, it definitely did come out December.
So it came out on. Okay, that's why. December 7, 2023. It came out on Windows, Xbox Series X and S, and PlayStation 5. And December 12, 2024 for PlayStation 4.
Ah, okay. But yeah, I mean, maybe that's why I remember it like almost being like a this year kind of game. But yeah, anyway, playing that one in January, and then like Sheila said, playing it in 4 months ago, that game has come, I think, a long way. I'm really excited for that studio that's working on it, just to see where this is going to go. I want to go back into it again. I just have to make more time, I guess. But
Yeah, well, I still have to get back into that game. I played it. I love the humor of the game.
yeah,
I just didn't finish it. This is why I have a goal on my stream that I have to beat a certain amount of games because it'll make me feel better.
well, it's such a fair balance in that game. Like, I know JW said at the beginning, they had things to work out, such as the cloaking mechanism. I believe that was one of them you brought up, where they would cloak and shotgun or whatever. Didn't
Oh yeah, the double barrel shotgun and cloak. Yeah.
yeah.
Well, I mean, it's not that much better now. It's swords, so
Oh yeah.
instead of. So there's still balancing needed for sure, but it's still a fun time with friends, right?
Yeah. I mean, yeah. Most matches I didn't feel frustrated, I guess is the best way.
And
to say it.
there are no games like it really too, right?
Exactly. Yeah. It's very unique how it's done. Actually, when I was saying that too, I thought about the sledgehammer, and sometimes that could be a real piece of crap too. But yeah, maybe not too cheap.
No, Sledgehammer is so good.
But yeah. For me, that's
Um,
most of mine.
I remember 2 games this year that I will shout out. Space Marine 2, Warhammer 40k. That was
Oh yeah.
awesome to play. The campaign had great fun with it. The story was apt to the universe. Everything about it was very fun and cool, right? Multiplayer side, it's a bit meh, but single player wise, it was super fun.
A game that you guys both stated on Discord many times, Crow Country. I still have to pick up that friggin' game.
Same.
Yeah, that was Mindful Pig and Jimmy that were super into it.
So into it, I never even bought it.
Yeah. Well, it does look nice. Like I've seen Indie Mouse play it. It's pretty. It looks like a fun
It
game.
looks a lot like Silent Hill, the gameplay of it. That's why I'm like into trying it, but I know it has its own sense of humor as attached to it.
No,
Hmm.
that's good that you felt that way because that's what they were going for. The developers, they wanted that old school setting, like Silent Hill or Resident Evil.
Yep.
Uh,
And but yeah, no. So Space Marine 2 was like not only a surprise that there was a sequel, but like of how good and it was good in every aspect, you know.
yeah.
And well, except like I said, the multiplayer. But I don't play Space Marine for the multiplayer, so I'm good with it. And
Not a lot of people do play that game for the multiplayer. I heard a lot of people playing more for the single player and actually the story behind Space Marine.
yeah, I love the Warhammer 40K universe. It's such a cool universe, right? And love the first Space Marine as well. And so that and the other game I will shout out that did not come out this year, but I've still been playing it this year, still loving it a lot, is Atomic Heart.
Ooh, a game that I told you about, a JW to try. That was a game that I first originally played on the Game Pass.
Yeah,
But
no,
those last pictures that you sent me, you gotta show me where the hell was that? Because I did not see half of that shit.
it's in the open world testing grounds. Like you can go around and there are a bunch of sort of side dungeons if you want. Because essentially, Atomic Hearts are dungeons, a bunch of dungeons of different aspect. It's a first-person shooter where you start off in this big dungeon, then you think it's like a linear level,
Yeah.
then you come out and it's like a wider world. So it's like a wide open space with a bunch of other dungeons scattered around it. So there are a bunch of side dungeons and the main quests, right? And so it's one of those side stuff. And it's important to do them because you unlock parts and stuff to make your other equipment, like, or because every gun, every melee weapon, all of those have a bunch of upgrades that can change the way you fight with it, right? For example, I have a bat with like seesaws attached to it, and there's like a skill where I can do an uppercut with it, or I can change that upgrade for something instead where I throw my seesaw at the enemy from a distance, right? So there are a bunch
Ooh.
of different stuff like that. You have a bunch of powers. It's a bit like BioShock. A lot of people have compared it, which I can see why they compared it, but there are differences as well.
Oh yeah.
Because they're both games where set in an older time where someone went out their way to make this perfect like utopic city, right? And something happened and it has created disaster and completely wrecked the place, right? So like Rapture and the other underwater place, and in Atomic Heart, it's sort of floating islands, if I remember. It's not exactly floating islands, but it's
But
like
it
uh,
seems like there's a
Yeah.
war between humans and animatronics in um the new universe, like three the like 30 BC or whatever you want to freaking call it.
it's not 30 BC. That would be before Christ.
Well,
No, it's in the during the Cold War, or a bit after the Cold War, where it's an alternate universe where the Russians won the Cold War because sort of they had an advancement technologically, and it sort of help them not only win the war but become a more prosperous country. And these developments at some point sorts of crashes and destroys everything. So the scientist behind these inventions sends you, the main character, to go and fix it before the crisis is known outside of this contained area, right?
Yeah.
And as you progress, you sort of discover a bunch of stuff about the government, about the plans, and it's also a very funny game. And I'm not sure. I'm not sure.
The fridge is the fridge won me over.
You mean the armory upgrades?
Yes,
Yeah,
where
no.
you first meet her, and you're kind of in a predicament.
Oh yeah, I forgot
Yeah,
about that.
Yeah, basically you every time you see a save spot, you can save, and beside that, there's like something that looks like a fridge or a vending machine, more like, where you can upgrade your stuff. But that vending machine constantly like flirts with you and try to get on with you, and you're trying to get away of it, basically, even though you need it. And she like offers you new weapon and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's very funny because sometimes I don't know if it's deliberate or just the dub, because it is a Russian game, right? Well, Russian game. It's from Cyprus, which is beside Russia. It's like a small island beside Russia, which is not affiliated to Russia, but it's basically
Yeah.
beside. It's basically a Russian company, and I'm not sure. So the dub, the original language is probably Russian, right? So I'm not sure if because of the dub, it makes it even more funny because of that, or like there's some weird expression. Sometimes like the main character often says like crispy critters, which every time like makes me laugh for some reason. Like I find it's a super funny expression. And there's like a bunch of ways of saying stuff as well that's just sort of slightly off and makes it very comedic. And well, yeah, no, it's such a great time of having all these different weapons in your arsenal, and the powers, like you can use ice shields and a bunch of different powers against your enemies. The boss has been fun as well. I don't have much to complain about, except maybe the open world maybe can be sometimes a bit bigger. Like the open world sections are its weakest point. Like it's not bad, but it's not great either. Like it's really like the puzzles, the dungeons, and all these different things that you can do in this game, and the different ways you can interact with the world, because you have telekinesis as well. So you can like take boxes and throw it at your enemies and build, walls and a bunch of stuff like that. That like I've kept reloading my saves just to try stuff out. So
yeah, that was a really good game.
It's a very fun game, and I can't wait to continue it. Really, like I'm like 25 hours into it, and I'm pretty sure I'm nowhere near the end. So, yeah, that's a pretty big shout out for this game. I had great fun with it.
Yeah, it was fun. You're right. I forgot how like colorful the main character is. He definitely has like a good.
Well, the visuals are so cool as well, and
yeah,
like the music is super nice too. Like it's all very Slavic, of course. So
yeah,
some people have like named it the communist Bioshock, right? Because because Bioshock was very capitalist, right?
yep.
So that's like the inverse of that a bit. Which again, I can see why, but it's also not exactly true.
It's not true, and Bioshock, unfortunately, say is nothing like it.
Yeah.
I think Bioshock is more deliberate and the storyline is completely different. And
Yeah, Bioshock is more serious for sure.
I had
But yeah,
one.
there's a bunch of wild stuff in Atomic Heart, like weird wild stuff that I really like.
That first boss you had to fight once you leave the main dungeon. That's where I kind of fell off. Not like I'll go back to it, but yeah, you're right. Like it was kind of like a real like surprise. You know what I mean? Like you didn't realize
Yep.
how difficult that game was until you started fighting. I was like, holy shit! Like what the fuck did I get into?
Well, I mean you need to like, it depends on your playstyle and how much ammo you want to keep with you, right?
Yeah,
Because you don't have infinite ammo, but there are infinite enemies. So
yeah,
um, and so I'm very much a melee up close player. So I don't have necessarily that problem because I like to keep a lot of resource on me. So I try the most that I can to use powers and melee weapons, right? And keep the weapons and ammo for the big enemies and the big bosses, right?
yeah. That probably would be more helpful than what I did.
For sure.
I was gonna say I was gonna quickly give Hood a little spotlight here. So we have a new Discord member, long time a friend and acquaintance, I guess you want to call him. That JW and myself know.
You're bunging out Mindful Pig.
Oh, okay. Here, one sec. There we go. You know it's bad when it's even delayed there. Okay, there we go. This will be lovely to edit again. That should be a little better. Okay, yeah, I can see my pigs
So
again.
what were you saying?
I was just gonna shout out Hood's comment that he gave. Just gonna open up here once again. So I say, yeah, a friend and acquaintance of JW and myself. We know him from the Super Show podcast. He is another one of the Discord members on there. Was nice enough to join ours. Come on, man. There we go. Let me just scroll up to his comment here. Okay, so he had 3 games he wanted to list. So I'm just going to fire those out quickly. Here we go with the top 3 since I won't make it. Number 1, Dragon's Dogma for best exploration I've had in a game in a while. Sense of discovery and unparalleled, even though the game is very flawed. Number 2, I haven't heard of. Drova Forsaken Kin for the same thing. Finally, an indie studio tried to do an open world RPG with resources and succeeded beautifully. I'll have to check that one out because I honestly don't remember that game at all. And then the last one was Astrobot. Had a ton of fun. Had a smile on my face 95% of the time, apart from some shitty, horrible challenge levels required for the platform. Yeah, I mean, I kind of expected Astrobot to be a lot of people's. It sounded like a lot of people enjoyed that game, or at least in one of their top 3s. But that was Hood.
Yeah, it's in my wish list.
Yeah, I'm surprised you didn't play it yet. I thought for sure that
I
would
could
have been.
understand. I could understand why they thought Astrobot was a really fun game to play. It looks fun. It's cute. It's definitely children will love that game.
Yeah, PlayStation fans too. It sounds like the game did a good job recognizing past mascots and such.
Another game that just disappeared, and I don't know why it disappeared because it was doing so good for a while. There's like 5 to 6 games. Little Planets.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a damn good series.
No, I remember liking like the first 2, but at some point they've like they've sort of turned not that great. Like they're all good or okay afterwards, but I remember like loving the first one or the first 2, and then it sort of fall off for some reason from my memories.
But I don't understand why they just like dropped it, since that was such a PlayStation exclusive, and everybody was getting that particularly for that. But another one that never came out, and I wish one day they would bring it out or get the creator to actually develop the full game of it. It was a horror game. It was like a trailer that you got with the PlayStation 4. I think PE or
Oh yeah,
something.
PT.
Oh, PT.
I played the fucking demo, and oh my god, I freaked out.
Yeah, that will never happen though. It's dead.
But it is crazy, like how much you have to pay for a console that still has it. That's still, yeah. That sells for a pretty high market.
Yep. Well,
Um,
if we're all done with our game of the year, what are your biggest anticipation? Like games you want to play in the future, in the next year? Like it doesn't have to be games from next year. It can just be games in general that you would like to play in the coming year.
One game that I would want to play next year and actually hopefully stream the whole thing because it's a real funny game. It's called Sir Whoopass.
Oh, okay.
It's WHOOPS. It's fun. It's like a dungeon based game. It's like it's like medieval but with a comedy. It's like Deadpool but in the medieval times. Like if like and it's very comedian and yeah.
It does sound funny.
I like to finish up
Uh,
Conquer, to be honest with you. That's one game I like to finish up for next year. And then Dead Island 2.
It's never gonna happen by phone. You're gonna fuck up too many times.
I know. It's true. It's so true. Yeah, the Dead Island
Yeah,
2.
well, I'm close. Like I think me and Mindful were exactly at the same place. Like I've been able to catch him up on the N64.
Yeah, I think
Like you're at the place where you need to get the cogs, right?
yeah. That's
Yeah,
right.
exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. So I said Dead Island 2 would be another one. I'll definitely want to play for next year. Diablo 4, I'm excited to go back with that. JWB are going to probably continue that, I guess, next year at this point. Like January, not too far away. Yeah, I'm just excited to see how it feels to get to the end game of D4.
It'll be a while because there are many acts, but yeah, like how many hours it took us to finish Act 1 with like keep in mind we've done a bunch of side stuff at the same time.
It's got to
But
be over
it
20.
took us like yeah, it's 24. I have 24.7 hours, so basically 25 hours with side stuff, completing Act 1.
But I wonder now how
No, but the funny was the funny part about Mindful Pig and Play Conquer is he never knew where the money was. Hey, there's money over here. Where?
I know they just scream, those buggers. They don't even tell you where they are.
Hey, somebody help me!
So good. I was gonna say,
And then you get to it. The money's like, what are you looking at?
yeah.
Well, you just asked me for help, you idiot.
I was gonna say though, I wonder how we're gonna feel going back into it now that they brought us to level 50 and all that in Diablo 4. I feel like that might kind of discourage us from doing side quests, especially now we're not getting the best loot as we were during Act
Well,
1, right?
not only that, but it will discourage us to test builds and skills now because
Yeah.
we have like a perfect not a perfect necessarily, but a very good build. Like I don't want to change the build I have currently, right?
Yeah.
Like unless I find like super out there loot, right, where it makes me want to change my build. But even then, it depends what they'll give us in the Paragon level 60 section, right? Once we unlock it. But yeah, for 10 levels, we're probably going to just stick with it and advance the quest.
Yeah. Yeah, they really dropped the ball on that one. That was probably the worst decision I think they could have made for Diablo 4, especially going back now and playing D1. I actually off stream I beat Diablo 2. I beat Diablo himself. Now I'm off to the expansion. But just both of those adventures, it's just the grind and
What was Diablo? Like, how quick did you get through it?
Diablo 2 or the first Diablo?
First Diablo, you were just started playing that.
Oh yeah. But I'm just saying, like playing those games now. Like you understand like the main enjoyment of Diablo is just building that character, leveling it up, going through the grind, right? And the first two games executed that perfectly. So I'm just really surprised that 4 decided, fuck it, we're just gonna put you level 50, give you the best build possible, give you, all these perks and other shit, and just yeah.
Well, for the viewers, we have to explain. It wasn't exactly obligated to do this. It was like a sort of a boost event thing for people that were coming back to Diablo. But every time we would change level, go somewhere, or do anything we would do, it would always revert the quest
Yeah.
back to getting that upgrade, which got really annoying at some point. So we went and did it so we could just clear our journal and we could keep doing what we were doing. But we didn't realize at the time that it would make us jump levels and give us a bunch of different stuff and basically skipping all the stuff we wanted to do, right?
Which is
In
shitty,
terms of
like
skills
you
and
just said,
leveling.
right? It kind of forces
Yeah.
the player to do it. I hate that. Like I wish it gave you more detail as to what it was going to be.
That too, yeah. I mean, they sort of say it once you launch the game, I think, and when you read through the news or whatever. But yeah, no, it's stupid, one way or the other.
Yeah.
And but yeah, no, Diablo 4 was fun until it wasn't.
And then-
Another game that I saw, it was a PlayStation 2 game, but I never played it. Hack You.
I don't know.
yeah, I never heard that one.
It's like a animation type of RPG thing. They did like 5 games in total, all on the PlayStation 2.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah. So is that something you want to play
Yes.
towards the next year? Yeah.
Yes.
Cool.
I'm actually trying to install all the games I want to play and then delete them one by one instead of going through my Steam library because I cannot go through that. I have 900 of them on there.
And sorry, JW, what was the game that you wanted to play for 2025?
Well, there are a bunch of them. I mean, I want to, like you, finish Conquer as well at some point. I think my most anticipated game would probably be Phantom Blade Zero, that I think is supposed to come out in 2025, but there's no like precise date, so it could be pushed back. And it was a cool game that they showcased at the PlayStation Showcase, and like ever since that first trailer, I've been super into it. It looks like a stylish, super cool, almost Ninja Gaiden, but not at all Ninja Gaiden-esque game. So looks cool. That is my most anticipated. Otherwise, there's like a bunch of them, right? There's like the Ghost of Yotai, which is like the sequel to Ghost of Tsushima. Well, it's a different story than Ghost of Tsushima, so you don't need to play the first one to play that second one. And there's a bunch of them that looked really nice. Like someone posted something, I can't remember in which Discord server, but looks cool. There's of course, Grand Theft Auto 6 that everybody is like looking forward to. There's the what is that called? It's like a really weird turn-based game with like French aesthetics, and
Oh.
I can't remember the name. It's like Claire Obscure Expedition 33. That looked really interesting and cool. So that's another one. There's Atom Fall that looked awesome. This sort of
Oh yeah.
it looked a bit like I don't know how to explain it, but like a weird like I don't know how to explain it. It's like a nuclear disaster that happens in Britain, and then there's a bunch of weird stuff that happens, and so it's this in this sort of alternate England, first-person shooter, and there's all sorts of weapons and stuff you can interact with, and it just looked really cool. And that comes out in like 3 months, so that is also like there's a bunch of stuff I'm looking forward to. Really, that's the main thing. There's that's not next year. That's in a couple of days. There's the Indiana Jones game that I've
Oh yeah.
already pre-ordered and that I will stream next week, which I can't wait. Like I'm super excited for this and really hope it's good and that they capture that Indiana Jones adventure feels, right? And especially since like for many like podcasts and whatever for a long time I've been asking for more adventure games, right? Like it's been so long since we've had a good adventure game that is either Tomb Raider, Uncharted, or that type of thing, right?
Yeah. So for you, if they capture the movie magic, you'd be pretty happy with the game?
Oh yeah, for sure. Like, as long as they capture the movie magic or the magic of adventure, going on an adventure and doing puzzles and all of that stuff.
Yeah.
If they capture the magic of that, I would definitely be super into it, right?
Yeah, I'm excited.
And as long as it's the same people that made Wolfenstein that make this game, so as long that they don't make like Indiana Jones killing Nazi machine like Boschkowitz in Wolfenstein, because that would really, like, I really hate that because Indiana Jones is not that. So.
It'd be so bad.
But from the trailer, it doesn't look like that.
No.
Like, yeah, you're wrecking Nazis, but it seems like in a fun way. So yeah, can't wait to test it. I'm sort of annoyed they sort of kept some costumes behind paywall. So if you pre-order, let's say, the game, you'll get the Last Crusade. Is it called The Last Crusade? I don't remember. The third movie.
Yeah, I think it's The Last Crusade.
Yeah. You get the costume from that movie, essentially. Yeah, and The Last Crusade. Okay, I was right. So you get the costume for that movie, or you can probably pay it as DLC once the game is out, right? I know if you pay the deluxe edition, that is much more. It's like what, 130, 120, something like that, Canadian dollars. You get the Temple of Doom costume, and that really annoyed me because Temple of Doom is like my favorite of the Indiana Jones.
Yeah.
So that slightly annoyed me, but it won't deter me from liking the game or not. Like, I won't go on a rant or tangent, right?
And I'm sure at one point those will be available for purchase too.
Yeah, as DLC for sure, but like I would prefer if skins were free, right? But,
Yeah.
you know, it's so it is what it is, right?
Do you think you're going to go back into some of your heavy hitters there, like Dragon's Dogma 2 next year? Or you think it's going to take a while to really wrap up that game?
I don't think I'm going to. I don't think I'm going to be going back there anytime soon because I have so many other games to do. And like for example, I've been also redoing recently Mass Effect games, like the first one.
Oh wow!
I'm currently at the first one, I mean, but I'm planning to redo them until they release the new one. Because they're working on a new Mass Effect. That's not a surprise. And after seeing Valgard, I'm sort of scared for it.
Yeah.
So I'm replaying it with an objective view to see how it is, and all the way to 4. And yeah, no, I still really like it. The choices are really interesting in that first game. It's rough for sure because it's an old game. Like even the writing is a bit rough.
Yeah.
But it's more not rough in the sense bad, more so in the sense like in how the voice acting is done is not exactly refined. You know, in Silent Hill 2 remake, the voice acting is great, right? But that's because we now have this kind of industry standard in AAA game. When that first Mass Effect came out, we didn't have that voice acting standard before, right? So it's more of subject of its time than it's bad writing because the content that they're talking about is very good, right? The subjects are very interesting, very good. You just want to talk to every NPC and get to know them again. Well, in my case, again, but
Yeah.
you know, in general. And which will be cool as well because progress is safe throughout the 3 games, right? So that will be nice. And
I'm surprised you didn't do the
yeah.
remaster then for the first one.
Lots of game to look forward to and to do. I do have the remaster. Yeah, I have the remaster of the 1, 2, 3.
Oh, and it's still bad. I thought they would have fixed some of that up.
Well, I mean, the remaster is retouching textures, right? Like the remaster is having a better coat of paint. It's not a whole change in audio remake. A remake would be changing the voice acting and audio, right?
Oh, okay. 1 second, I'm gonna fix this. I noticed a problem.
And it also has the DLCs, right? So that's also cool.
Okay, there we go.
Good.
That should fix it. Hey Z, sorry. I just fixing my audio. I noticed there was a delay.
Oh. Happy Tuesday, my peeps.
Happy Tuesday. Well, we were just going over all our stuff. We're pretty much wrapped up, Z. But we would love to hear about what your favorite games were this year, and what was maybe your top game of the year.
Okay, wait, what was that? You broke up a little bit. What?
Sorry, I said we would love to hear what your top game was of the year, and what were some of the games you played this year that you liked.
Oh my gosh. Can I just start with the game I didn't like?
Sure.
Do not say evil in girl.
Oh my god, that game can suck a fat one! That game so messed me up. I will finish it. I will go back and finish it, I swear. I'm just, it really, I didn't know what to expect, and I was just like, where am I? What even is this?
Oh, you didn't finish it?
I did not finish it. No, like what I played, what I streamed is what I played. We have not revisited. that game yet. I was so like, what the F is happening here? So yeah, that was when I didn't I can't say I didn't like. I'm not sure about it. Favorite I'm not sure about it. I'm mind fucked, I guess is the word for that one.
Oh, it's
Um
definitely mindfucky.
It is. I was just like, I had never seen anybody's gameplay or anything. And completely blind, which is how I love to play any game.
Yeah.
And I was like, why am I running? What is chasing me? Why do I have keys that don't work? Why did this door just lead me to a pool of blood? What is happening? I mean, I think I played it for like 2.5 hours and it felt like 15 minutes of running for my life.
Yeah. And all I heard was,
Yeah, all you heard was, what the fuck? Why? What the fuck? Oh my god!
Well, that's just the intro, though. Once you're past this, the missions are played differently than the intro.
Oh my gosh, are you sure? Because man, that intro is like, girl, just die.
Yeah, because that intro, yeah, it's just you running away, but it's just to like show you the basis of you can hide, you can like cover yourself and all that. Once you're past that, it's more like bigger levels where you have a bunch of weapons to protect yourself with.
Okay, I will revisit it then. I will. I can't just quit on a game. I don't. Yeah, I'll go
But I
back to
suggest
it.
doing like at least the first two, 3 levels before you get an idea.
Before I completely say F this game.
Yeah.
Okay, I will do that. I'll probably finish it anyway, just because like I need to. I played a lot of games this year.
yes, you did.
I played a lot of games this year. I don't know if I have a. I mean, obviously, I love Skyrim, and I barely played that game this year, which is weird. But
Well, I know you played that Toby game.
yeah, that Toby game was cool. I have been really liking these like short platformer games, like the Plucky Squire, that Toby game, games like Limbo Inside. Like there's a lot of deaths and a lot of puzzles.
That Plucky game, I know you had to make your son beat because you couldn't beat that,
That one
part.
level, I was like, oh my god, this rhythm is not my jam. Like when I was playing Parappa the Rapper, right? Like I was like, F
I
this
hate that game.
Oh my god, I hate it so much.
Yeah.
I was like, why would anybody do this? I was like, I don't want to make the burgers.
I think it has a cult following and that people sort of misremembers that game.
Yeah, well, my husband was like, it was such a great game, you should try it. And you like Rock Band and Beat Saber, and I love Beat Saber. Like I can't stream it because it's a VR game, but I love Beat Saber. I love just getting in there and slashing those, to the beat and stuff. But yeah, that was a whole nother level. Parappa the Rapper, I did not beat. My son and Tommy did. Yeah. I thought that like I share played. I'm like, here, you do it. Have fun with it.
Yeah, she did.
I was like, I'm not doing that.
He had Mass
I
Effect,
don't know.
right? All 3 of them?
I loved the Mass Effect series. I really did. I actually enjoyed it a lot more than I thought I would. At first,
Yeah, very good.
Yeah, like when I first started, it was like, oh, a shooter. I'm not really good at shooters. I don't really like them. And then I was like, oh my god, let's do this.
Well, the first one is also the roughest one out of the 3. Like once you sort of get through a bit of the beginning of that first game, it sort of gets better.
Yeah, it was like really long, but I think for like storytelling, it had to be, I guess,
Yes.
I mean, yeah. So it was long and it was short, or it was long and tedious, but I enjoyed it.
Well, the problem with the first one is that I don't find it balances well between side quests and main quests, and that's why it feels
not.
so long.
You're right. I feel like in order to stay on task, I always have to go into the menu and make sure I go to, like story quest.
Yeah, and you always have to go back to the Citadel to get the side quest because it doesn't tell you that there are new side quests at the Citadel, right?
Yeah, and if you don't check your journal like constantly, you're not gonna know what else you're doing.
Yep.
Yeah, so I think as the games progress, the menus changed too, so they were a little bit easier. Now Andromeda, I haven't finished that one.
Oh,
I
I
don't.
thought you have.
No, because it was spooky month, and then we did the spooky stuff, and then a lot of like personally, like I had some losses in my family and stuff, so I've been taking lots of breaks, dealing with a lot of stuff, personal
Well,
stuff. But
girl, you need to sometimes.
yeah, and then I've been working like a lot more this last like month or like 5 weeks now, I think.
I was gonna say,
Um,
did you also
but
do
yeah,
Red Dead 2, Zjek?
I did do Red Dead 2. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep,
Oh,
and that
but
was good.
you
Being a
didn't
cowboy
beat
was
it,
good.
right?
Yeah, I mean, how can we forget being mauled by a bear, guys? Come on.
Oh no, the best is the one that you play with Fiddy.
Oh my God, Medieval Dynasty? Yeah, that
Yeah.
one is epic. Okay, wait. If I have to plug like
Oh.
a game I love, I spent probably like 12 hours in that game. Like the first time I played it, me and Fiddy were in there for like 12 hours. I don't know. I mean, it's really slow and you're just kind of like building, you're chopping trees, you're planting seeds. Like it's just
And then a bear
survival.
chases
And
Z-Check
then
and
a
all you
buffalo
hear.
attacks you, takes your arm, yeah, things like
and
that. You get
and
mauled by a
Fiddy's just
moose.
like, bye, Z.
Fitty's just laughing at me and just watching me getting mauled. I'm like,
Yeah.
I actually saw a clip from his perspective and I was like, yep, that's me in the background. I'm dying. Yep, right there. I'm dying. He's just letting me die and he's laughing like during the clip. He's just cracking up. He's like, oh, he's dying over there, I think. And I'm just like, dude, you didn't even come help me. He's like, oh, no, I'm not messing with the buffalo. Are you crazy? He's like, all I got is this little pig sticker. I can't save you. I'm like, oh my God. Thanks. So just so you know, guys, if you play with Fitty, he will leave you to die.
I'm used to it. My friends leave me to die all the time in games, so I do everything on my own. I want the
Well,
road on my own.
when I play like First Descendant or like Destiny 2, when I play with my husband and like a couple of his friends, he's like, yeah, just follow Z. And I'm like, why do you say that? He's like, because you're bait. You just go in hard everywhere and then you die and we know where all the bad guys are. So then we shoot them and then, you revive and we're good. I'm like, oh, great.
It's
He's
a
not wrong.
sound strategy. You can't blame him, really.
I mean, because it's really how I play. I'm not very stealthy and I'm not very cautious. I just like
Sure.
go ham. Yeah. So,
Gun
So
ho.
I would love to see
Yeah.
Z play 7 Days to Die and see how she would make it out of that one.
oh my God, I
Yes.
have that game. I haven't played it, but I have that game. It's on PC actually.
Oh.
I haven't played it yet though. There's like, okay, you know what I would like to do is attack more of that backlog. I think I've done really good, but I like everyone else. I
Yeah,
keep
you did
buying other
amazing
games.
this year.
So
Oh,
thank
what was
you.
that? Backlog?
Yeah, the
Excuse
backlog
me?
keeps growing. Or then like somebody will say, "Oh my gosh, you should play this," and I'm like, "Oh, do I have it?" And then if I have it, I'm like, "Ooh, I should play that." Yeah, and things just keep growing and growing.
Yeah,
True,
that's
true.
the problem. It keeps having interesting games. It's like I was talking about earlier, Dragon's Dogma 2, where I don't think I'll finish it anytime soon. Like it's great fun. Like I love playing it. I love all the
I thought you
quests,
did
the riddles.
beat it.
No, I didn't
Is it a
finish
puzzle
it.
game?
No, it's like an adventure fantasy game,
Okay,
and like the exploration is great, but like I'm
that's like my
halfway
favorite
through it,
part.
but there's like so much to do, and there's like so many other games that I've been playing. Like I haven't come back to it in a while, so I don't know if I'll finish it anytime soon. But at some point I will finish it, but maybe not this year. Like
Yeah. So do you ever find yourself in a position where like you're playing a multiple, amount of games and then you lose what you were doing? Like you forget what you were doing in that one game?
most of the it depends of the game, you know.
Mhm.
For example, Dragon's Dogma 2, I this happened last time actually where I didn't remember, and then I had to check through my quests and where I was, and I was at a closed town because in Dragon's Dogma 2 you can only sort of save at like
Okay,
You-
checkpoints or whatever.
basically. So sometimes you're in a town and then you're like, what the fuck was I doing?
Like why am I
'Cause you're-
here?
Yeah, exactly. Because the quest
Okay.
is out in the forest, but you don't remember that's what you were doing, right?
Yeah, that's
And
exactly what I mean. Yeah.
but yeah, but so it depends of the game really. But that one, it has happened in the past. But currently, I still remember what I was doing because it was super interesting. It was like I found like a sphinx in the game,
Okay.
and the sphinx you can talk to it, and there's a bunch of riddles with different ways of solving them. Like
Oh,
it's not
that's
just
cool.
like a choice thing. It's more like it riddles you something, and then you have to bring it what you think the riddle is about. It could be an
Okay.
item, it could be a person, it could be really anything. So it's in the open world, really, that you can go and get it, bring it
Oh, I
back,
would like that.
put it in front of it, and then you talk to it again. And then
And then if you're
uh,
wrong, you have to redo it.
if you're wrong, I think it might just be it.
Oh, like a one and
Yeah, it's
done.
like
Ooh, that would
it's
drive
like
me
a set
nuts.
answer.
Because it's a one save file type of thing, right? Like you
Okay.
can't do multiple saves. So your choices and stuff that you do in it, you have to like commit to it, really.
Oh, so you really have to know your shit. before you
So
can do
like
Oh,
that.
yeah.
Baldur's Gate 3, the choices you make is the gameplay you get in the future. It's the same thing with Dragon Age and all those other games, you know.
Ooh, that's a game I want to play, Dragon Age. I have not
Well,
ever
me
played a
too,
single
girl.
one.
Not
Me too,
really,
girl.
because
I have
those
them.
games you can save anytime you want and come back to that save. That's the
Okay,
Okay.
so
difference.
that's
So you
good
could
to
like
know.
kind of cheat with those games. You could do like a quick save and then answer and then go back and reload and try
Yeah,
again.
exactly. Yeah, that's what my wife loves to do.
Those games I do like.
I don't like to do that. What?
I
Just kidding.
personally really like these games where you can't save before. Like you have to commit to the choices you do. Like
Yeah.
there's just so few of games that does that. Like the Metro series does do that at the perfection where
Right. Like
you're
if you screw up, you're done. Move forward.
yeah, and it's based on the actions you do more so than if good or bad
Yeah.
choice, right?
a
I
Absolutely.
good
like
game
games like
that
that.
a good game that was like
They're more
that.
challenging.
Fudge. They made two games. It's a original Xbox game. Shit, which game is it? I played so much of it, and I literally cried in it because I killed someone that I fell in love with, and there was no way to get her back.
You murderer. No, I'm just
I
kidding.
know. And I restarted the fucking game 5 different times, and I have not gotten back to it on stream because I refuse to let anybody die, and I refuse to play it.
It's like I can't feel that guilt again and that pain.
It
Yeah,
was.
when I first killed my follower that I was really dedicated to, his name is Almond on Skyrim, but I call him Almond. I remember like I cried and I rage quit the game and I didn't go back for it and play it for like 6 months. I was like, fuck you, Almond. And then my
Aw.
husband sat me down. He's like, you realize your followers don't die unless you kill them. I was like, why would you say that to me? He's like, he died because it was your fault. I was like, why'd you say that? You could have let me, like, the whole time just believe that somebody else killed him.
It
But
was
it was
State
my
of
rage.
Decay. State
What?
of Decay, the first one and the second one. The second one
Oh,
is meh. The first one is the best one.
okay. It's on Xbox.
And it's on Xbox and it's also on Steam. I think it's like $1 now. It's so old the game.
Speaking of
Um,
games actually where choices matter, some people may not know that Silent Hill 2, including the remake, has like multiple endings, but they're based off of
Your
actions that you
decisions.
do in the game, not decisions per se. Like I
Oh.
don't want to, I would love to give examples, but I don't want to spoil
But you don't
anything.
want to spoil
So
it, right? I've never
yeah,
played that either, but
yeah,
that's
I'm
another
not
one on the backlog.
for sure play it. I won't
Okay.
spoil anything, but depending how your behavior in the game, how you act, or the way you play or
Well,
whatever, it will
I'm a
give you certain endings, or if there are certain stuff that you find and
I'm a
stuff like
pretty
that.
rageful person, so mm.
It's basically $5 a game.
Well, you should stream it then. I think it would be great fun to see you play Silent Hill 2 remake.
Oh my goodness.
Yes. Let's make Z play more horror games.
Oh my goodness. And those have to be played, I think, on the PC.
Well, I would say Silent Hill 2 remake is an easier, more accessible game than Evil Within.
No, but I know why she doesn't want to play on the PC because her sound alerts are gonna get the fucking best
I'm
of
so
her.
like this year's the first time I've had like sound alerts or things like that on the PC. So I'm so focused and I don't even look at the other screen. I actually read chat from my phone. Even though my husband
Why?
has like because I'm not used to it. I'm used to like reading chat from my phone when I'm on the PlayStation. So I'm just used to always looking at my phone. So on my phone it doesn't tell me like point redemptions or anything like that. So when I'm looking at the screen and this other screen's just got like Streamlabs up, but it's minimized. So I'm
Right.
looking at like a Earth pretty much. And then the sound alert comes in and I'm like, holy fuck! Because it scares the crap out of me.
I'm
Because I'm
not
just not used to
sorry.
them. Oh no, it's
Then-
fine. It's
Then
fine.
you should play Silent Hill 2 remake for sure.
So I should definitely just delve in there. Get in there.
Oh yeah, like it's a
Alright.
great experience.
Oh yeah, I actually love horror like movies and things like that, but I even love like scary games, but it's definitely a different take with sound alerts in your 360 headphones scaring the shit out of you.
Yeah, well,
Especially
I
that
almost
there's a
fell
bunch
off
of
my chair a few times when someone put the bullet holes, pa pa pa, and it's all in my fucking ears, and I fucking jump out of my skin. Yeah.
I love getting Sheila too, so I guess it's it's you give and take here.
Yeah.
What were you saying, JW?
I was just saying, I don't remember.
That's okay.
I think I
Um,
was saying because there's a bunch of random sounds in various places, so I think that plus with the sound alerts, it would be hilarious.
Yeah, like when I'm on the PC and I'm playing, I mean, even when I'm playing on my headset from the PlayStation, because it has that 360 surround thing, I got it turned on. Like when you step on a branch, you're like, oh my God, what was that? It's
Yeah.
just even more intense on the PC because,
Sure.
that PC is dangerous to my ears.
I said, don't load your
I've
roster.
literally
Can't you,
like dropped my
lower the
controller,
sound
like,
though?
huh?
Can't you lower the sound though?
I can and I do, but then I'm like listening even more because like I'm trying to listen to like I guess I could turn down the sound alert itself. Is that
Yeah.
what you're asking?
Yep.
Yeah, no, I have it all like just throw my controller and scream at somebody when it comes in. I could turn it down. That's good advice. But what if I don't hear it?
Well, I mean, don't put it off. Just put it lower.
I did turn them off when I was doing double exposure because I really wanted to pay attention to that game because it's like choices and you only have like a limited amount of time before you make that choice.
That's the
And-
Life is Strange game, right?
Yeah, and I love those games and obviously every choice you make is critical to like what happens next. So I didn't want sound alerts to have me throw my controller and freak out and hit the wrong choice and so I had a notification.
That's another one, a bunch of games that I want to redo. Is
Oh, they're
Life
great.
is Strange.
I don't think I have a bad thing to say about any of them. I loved them all.
No, I'm not saying a bad thing. I'm just saying it. That's something that I do need to get back into and stream again and redo.
Oh, like to replay them? They all have
yeah.
like really good replay value because you could, like I don't know if you guys have played them. I know that Sheila has, but like, yeah, I made the one decision in the one game, and it like follows me throughout the next, however many. I'd like to go back and change that decision and see how that flows.
The only thing was, I was in the first game that I later looked up, and he actually helps you. Is that guy that you meet at the diner, and he's kind of like a hobo type of thing, and you're really like nasty to him, or you
Yeah,
think
yeah.
because I picked the wrong decision, he didn't help me, and I felt like I like that broke my heart. I didn't like understand the person that he
Are you talking about
was.
the guy that lives in the camper?
Yes.
Yeah, I made him eat dog food. And then I rewound it and did it the right way. But I was just like, I eat dog food. I had way too much fun with that first game. Because I was like, I have the power to rewind time here. So I can just do it this way, and if I don't like it, we'll just rewind.
Sure.
Yeah, that freedom, that would be a dangerous like power to have like in real life.
Oh, for
Oh my
sure.
god. Yeah.
Well,
Pie to the face? Wait. Pie to the face? Wait.
that's like a mind control.
Oh yeah. Yeah, no. That would I like in all of these games, the things that happen, I'm like, I would not want any of these abilities.
Wait,
'cause-
the only one that I would not change is I would not. That blonde girl that is in the college dorm. I would still torture her, no matter what.
Oh, I know who you're talking about. Veronica? Is that her name?
Yes,
I think that's her
that
name.
freaking.
Yeah, I spilled paint on her too.
Oh, I would not take that back. Nope. I really hated that girl.
I did too until later, and then I was like, "Oh man, I can't hate her. Now I gotta save her," kind of thing. So,
Yeah.
Hey, Sleepy.
hey,
Hello,
Sleepy.
hello.
Hi, Sleepy.
Hi.
Sorry, Z. What was your favorite game then? What was the number one
I
contender?
think I just skirted around it.
Yeah, you screwed.
I totally skirted around it. Okay, so I think I really loved Hogwarts Legacy.
Ooh, okay.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think I enjoyed all of it. Becoming a wizard, becoming a stronger wizard, collecting my pets, naming my pets.
Yeah, it's a cool
Um,
game.
Yeah, fighting the giant spiders sucked, but it was great. Yeah. Yeah, it was great. I feel like it took me quite a long time to do it, but just because I would log in and I would just fly around on my broom for hours. I was just like, man, it's so pretty here.
Yeah.
Edibles. We'll blame edibles on that one, but I'm just like,
Sure,
No,
Z.
it is a
Sure.
pretty game for sure.
it is pretty. Like I would just fly, until you hit that, that little bubble that you have to get off your broom and then you got to walk around. Man, so I would just spend hours doing that. Just flying and flying on my different things, like my different animals, my hippogriff, and yeah, it was great.
I gotta really try that game.
I
still.
actually have that game.
Oh, it's so great.
I have
It's so great.
so
Just be
many.
prepared to get lost in the exploring, especially if you light some candles and chill. I'm just saying.
Nothing wrong with that. I've been
Too
watching
many
so much
games.
Harry Potter lately. I'm down for a game.
Oh, it's so great.
That's true.
Yeah.
You've been redoing the movies with Cheyenne.
Yeah,
Oh my
yeah.
gosh, we do that like every year, like every other year.
We're on the Half Blood
go through
Prince
all
right
this.
now, so it's almost the journey's almost done.
Yes.
um,
I'm on my Star Wars journey. with my
yeah,
kiddo.
with your kid, right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I was gonna say
I think
JW.
we're on,
which
like,
one
movie
now?
5. We have movie 5 to start. I think we're going to start it tomorrow.
Oh, nice.
Ooh.
And what about me?
No. I was gonna say JW had a good follow-up question. Z Chick. For 2025, are there any games that you're anticipating that you want to play or finish up even?
For me?
Yeah,
Yes.
Z-Chick, because we've
Oh.
already all said it.
Oh, I thought I was like, what? Who? I'm waiting for an answer. I think I really want to play Outlaws, Star Wars Outlaws. Well, I guess that came out this year.
Yeah, but that's
No,
fine.
that's
The
fair.
question is any game in the coming year you want to play or
Yeah,
that you're
yeah.
excited for.
I'm really excited for that one. Just because it looks really badass. I've heard some like not great things, but I've also heard a lot of great things. So it's like mixed reviews, and I feel like, I just need to do it.
Yeah, it looks Well, to me, it looks a lot like Ubisoft buggy schlock, so it doesn't interest me. But
And I would like to finish Final Fantasy Remake Rebirth.
right.
So that would be another one that that was a great game too. Yeah, so that's another one that I want to tackle.
I was curious about
And
that
I'd like to
game.
beat Skyrim at some point in my life.
Listen, because of you, all you guys use each other, you mindful. You know, I literally want to like install that and actually play it.
Well, yeah,
They
yeah.
should.
I got it recently in VR. Yeah, I got Skyrim in VR, but I can't stream it because I have the PS1 VR, so it won't let me stream from there. Has to be the PS2 apparently, but I don't
Oh,
have that. Yeah, so I tried. I was so excited. I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna stream." Oh, wait, I can't. And I'm not gonna buy another VR headset because we have the Quest that the kid plays on, and
oh,
then
okay.
the PSVR one. So I was like, I'm not gonna buy another VR thingy for it. So yeah, I recently deleted all my previous saves for Skyrim, so it'll be a blank slate.
Ooh.
Ooh, are you gonna mod this one?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to just go. I just don't know if I'm gonna mod it or I don't know. You know, once you go mod it, it's so beautiful to like go not mod it, you know?
Yeah.
So maybe I'll just go like all janky vanilla and just play all the way through.
We
I
believe in
just
you,
have to have a
Z.
plan and stick to it because I go all over the place. Huh?
I said we believe in you.
Oh, one day it will be finished.
Sleepy, what about you?
Yeah, sorry, Sleepy. So, what was your favorite games for 2024 that you played this year?
Hey, I don't think I have one actually.
You just played nothing all year? What's going on?
Oh, she played Valorant all year.
Right.
Correction. I've been playing Valorant for like almost 5 years now. Correction. Anyways.
And not just this year, 5 years. True.
That's
Yeah, 5 years
dedication,
and 5
Sleepy.
years. My goodness. I don't have a favorite game this year yet. But I have been playing like on my phone that I've been like really obsessed with, like very like obsessed with. Because who doesn't like AI Hotman? So yeah.
Hotman?
The game I've been completely obsessed with. It's on PC and on mobile. It's Love and Deep Space, and I've been really debating because I stream it for my friends in my Discord and everything. They've been telling me to stream it for Twitch, you know, for as one of my streams. I'm like, if I do, it's gonna have to be 18 up because there are spicy moments.
Ooh, spicy
what?
moment.
So what, is it a porn game or?
No,
Sounds like it.
it's just like this. Okay, so you play as the main character, right? And basically, you fight off like kind of like aliens, you know, other creatures from different dimensions, right? But you also have love interests. And then with those love interests, it could lead to very not very like sexual, but very teasing, I guess. But you know, it's like okay.
Sure,
But
I guess. Like romances in Mass Effect, I guess.
yeah, but yeah, I've been just kind of streaming that for my Discord, and my friends been making fun of me for it because I fangirl about it constantly. So they're having fun making fun of me for playing it.
That's what friends are for.
Yeah.
For sure.
I
You
guess
got me all excited. We need to exchange friend codes.
Nice, Valerio.
Oh,
We
you
need to
done
exchange
started something now.
codes.
but the whole 2025 feel, I actually want to play a solo horror game for stream. It's like The Surge or The Death, whatever. I don't quite remember the English translation for it. It's a mini indie like Vietnamese horror game. So woo, represent, for being half Vietnamese. So that represent my mom's country. So I was doing that. A lot of my viewers seem to enjoy me being scared. I can name a few people. Mindful, I see you once in a while.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, so some reason a lot of people like seeing me get scared for some reason.
Then you should
Yes,
play
they do.
Phasmophobia.
I'm
sorry.
actually. I've been playing Phasmophobia actually off stream and with a few other streamers that I met through a friend. So we've been like almost every night we've been doing like ghosties. We hunt for ghosties. It's really funny. It's very chaotic. My new friend she streams, and when I'm with her community is completely chaotic. It's so funny. It's like you hop into a stream and you're like, what did I just hear? What about pickles in the butt? Like what? Like it's so weird, but it's fun. So I've been playing
What?
a lot more.
What and where?
So and then there's a lot of oohs too, so it's pretty funny. It's chaotic. I love it. I love her community so much, and she's a mom as well. So yeah, so I've been playing a lot of Phasmo, off stream. I've been trying to get that into Lethal. So
Sleepy, we need to be friends. I need new people to play Lethal with.
I am down. Message me on Discord anytime. Besides, best times probably at night because I work.
Oh, I'm gonna try and get this bitch Z chick with us. If she's playing Lethal with us, I'm buying her the game when I get a chance.
Yeah, no, like my friends and I.
All I heard was this bitch Zelda. What?
Oh, you get a free gift for me. I'm buying you Lethal Company, and we're gonna line you up, and you're gonna be playing some Lethal with us.
Oh
shit! But I don't see. I would be like, I am all for this party, and it just be ladies hunting planets. But my laptop can't support that.
Oh, no.
I think I might have it on the PC. Let me check tomorrow.
Hold on, I'm checking who has it.
Yeah, let me check tomorrow before you.
No,
get
you
it.
have it.
I do.
Yes.
See, I knew I had it. I probably bought it for my kid.
Yeah, no, like it's so fun, especially when you do modded Lethal. It's so fun.
Yeah, I haven't played it at all, but it's there.
Yeah. The last time I played it, that was with Trippy, and I think Solario was watching chat. I decided to kill myself and make myself into a mimic, and there was like 6 people in front of the door. They're like, "Oh shit, she just put on the mask," and they all scattered. I went right in front of the entrance, and I put the mask on, and I just went, "Bye."
I'm pretty sure it's on my channel, but there's a VOD of me having a mini heart attack from a coral head because we're running back to the elevator, and I decided to crouch for some reason, for some reason, and I got mini heart attack. So I clipped that, and I thought it was very funny. Because you
Shit.
just hear me literally about to burst into tears. I'm like, oh my god.
Oh, but Sleepy, the best was I was playing modded Lethal Company by myself, and I made the spring head into a big bird, and yeah,
Why would you do that to yourself, Mister?
because I missed the game so much, and none of my friends wanted to play with me. They were all done with it. They like fucking were done. After us killing each other so many times, yeah, it went downhill.
I know my friends and I will find the Easter egg, and we'll just see who, like, which one of us is which one of us is gonna blow up on, and it's usually me. I usually get damaged because of it, but they think it's funny, and I know we're all very, very, very chaotic.
Did you play with the butler yet?
Yes. And,
I haven't tried it yet.
yeah, no, it's not fun. I tell you that much right now. It's not that fun. I really want to, because I heard they added a barber in Lethal, but I haven't seen the barber yet. And like I find it very funny or ironic because like my job is being a barber. So like seeing a killer barber in a video game, I would have loved to see that.
Oh my god! If Michael Pick ever gets a PC, we'll get him to play fucking Lethal Company.
See, you say like killer barber, and tell me why my brain immediately went to Sweeney Todd.
Yeah, it's yeah, it's fun. I enjoy it a lot. But yeah, that's mainly what I've been up to. I think more, yeah, that's I'm trying to find like other interesting, like that's what I've been doing lately. But like I don't know. I'm kind of falling off of Valorant right now. Valorant kind of, excuse my language, but Valorant kind of pisses me off at this moment.
Oh, you say that every time though, and then you
Yeah,
come back.
See, that's just called having an addiction. Just having an addiction. But no, Valorant, like I haven't touched Valorant in like almost a week. No, the last time I touched Valorant is when I played it for stream. And like after I streamed Valorant, I wasn't on. So I haven't been on since the last time I streamed Valorant. But yeah, I don't know. I might, and it's a bit might. I might take a week off streaming for a bit. I don't know yet. We'll see. We'll see what happens.
Well, it's close to Christmas anyway, so I think most creators sort of slow down during that time, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's usually I would only take Christmas off. You know, like how I did with Thanksgiving. I didn't really stream Thanksgiving. But like I think I might take a actual like a week, almost 2 weeks off from streaming. I'm just unsure. I just don't know yet.
I just have too much on my plate, as my phone knows. The shop, streaming. I'm trying to get back into YouTube. My job in general. So yeah.
That's okay.
That's what I'm trying to do. But I don't know. I don't know what else to talk about. Like just and it's been working.
No, it's all
That's
good. I was gonna say, yeah, sorry everyone in chat. I didn't realize that my thing wasn't loading properly, so I just see like there was a Solario apparently was in chat already at one point. And there was Django. Sorry guys. Should have refreshed my phone, I guess. But I was gonna say,
Oh, my
I
fault.
know, eh? What a great streamer. Z-Chick, I hope you have a great night. Sorry, I saw you said that too as well, and she kind of hopped off here. But Solario, if you don't know yet, we were all saying our favorite games we played this year for 2024, and then ultimately what was your favorite game, and then the follow-up question was what games would you be excited for 2025? It could be any game you want to play for 2025. Doesn't have to be one that's coming out. But yeah, you have the
Well,
floor.
I don't know anything that's coming out next year.
No, it could just be a game that you didn't play this year that you wanted to play for next year. Like it could be anything you want to play for next
Oh.
year. But the main
I-
focus, right, is the games you played this year and what was your favorite.
Yeah, most of the first half of this year was like Kingdom Hearts.
Wow. Okay.
So-
I think you also play a lot of Digimon.
Yeah.
I did. I'm currently playing the original Cyber Sleuth with Sapphire Lynx. There's a lot of shenanigans going on there. But I'd have to say Final Fantasy 16 has been my favorite. I'm not finished yet. We're almost there. If for anybody who wasn't there last week, I almost cried on stream.
Oh boy, don't
Oh.
tell me about Cry, because there was a clip of me playing Wolfenstein, the newer one, the first one. I basically was in tears like a baby at the end of the game.
Okay, well, Sheila, because I know you were there when Detective played 16. It was Dion and Terrence saying their goodbyes.
Yes. And
Yeah.
I was feeling it in the heart, and I don't know anything about those games, but yeah.
I was like, "Oh, don't do this to me." I knew it
So,
was coming, and I still wasn't ready.
so I don't know if anybody played the Wolfenstein games,
Yep.
but
I'm
at the end of the first game, where he basically gives up himself to a grenade to save her. That basically was the end of me. I was in tears. I was like, I'm done. I couldn't
Did
play anymore.
Captain America of himself.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've hit the emotional roller coaster that is the end of Final Fantasy 16.
Yep. Yep. It's a really good game. Well, I really like Final Fantasy 16. And
So you know what scene I'm talking about.
oh, absolutely, for sure. I love all the ups and downs that goes throughout the story. Like every time you
was
think
like-
you got it figured out, that it jumps.
I wasn't
like,
ready
many
for
years,
Joshua to
and-
punch Clive out in the middle of the street. I was
Yeah.
like, "Whoa, hold up!"
Yeah,
But
and,
I also don't have the weird like dislike for Jill that everybody has. I'm like, I get it to a degree. I don't like having her in my party because if we're fighting people, she's just kind of like, I really don't want to do this.
Wait,
Like,
Detective hates her, doesn't she?
yeah. So there are a lot of people who were like, suddenly it's like, okay, they seem like they're besties, and then all of a sudden there is an implied sex on the beach scene.
no, I don't think it's
I was
sudden,
like-
because I think it's
Well,
something
that's
that
how everybody makes it sound. It's like there's no romance. I'm like, what are you talking about?
no, it's
like
just it's implied.
it's right
just-
here. Like
Yeah,
it started because everybody's like, we don't know where this started. I was like, it started in a busted barn with the two of them trauma bonding.
Yeah, and like knowing each other since like kids and living together and like
To
there
be
a
fair,
lot, a
though,
lot
at
of
that
it
point,
is
she was a
implied.
prisoner of war, and he knew that, so he was not trying when they were kids.
Yeah, no, but what I mean is that they have history together even before
Right.
that, and no, a lot of it is implied, and you see it developed. I think along
So I'm
the
not the only person who sees this. Thank
no,
God.
no, it's just it's not in the foreground. There's like other pressing matters, like
Right.
the
I'm
end of
like,
the
they're
world.
adults with the end of the world is happening. They don't have time to just sit there and make out with each other on screen. Like,
Yeah, exactly.
I
No, I
said,
really like Jill actually. I think people thought she had like a lack of personality, but I personally think she was just
so
more
a lot of
restrained and thoughtful, right?
the issue, and like I said, my issue with her is anytime you're fighting monsters, she's all gung ho to fight. But as soon as you're fighting people, she starts hamstringing, and I'm like, they're trying to kill us. Right? These are not
Sure.
innocent people. They are trying to kill us. Honey, I'm like, I need you head in the game.
and when Solario gets like that, you see on her face that she starts stressing out on the fucking controller every single fucking time.
Oh no, a lot of the stress with the controller was that the old one that I have has drift. So
Mm,
I was like walking into situations that I didn't need to walk into when I wasn't even doing anything with the controller.
right, yeah.
I have since replaced said controller.
Good. Because that's the worst, having drift.
That's the number of times that I was in Genshin and walked off a cliff.
Oh my god.
God.
And
So-
now you're trying to get back up, but you can't because you don't have enough stamina.
Hey, Solario, when did that happen after you played so much of that Spyro game?
I don't know. I've had the controller the controller that has the drift I've had since I bought the PS5. So I've only had it for like a year, but it's probably because I've dropped it so many times. Because I played Spyro on the 4.
But yeah, you had some really good streams, Solario. I was like, damn.
So I need to put the poll out for what we're gonna play next because I should have 16 done by the end of the year.
I can't wait for you to reach the end.
Oh, I've already seen the ending. I needed to have this
What?
spoiled for me, so I wasn't going to cry because everybody else had. So I bought the
God.
PS5. I bought the PS5 after everybody had already started playing the game, and I was like, I'm not going to remember most of this, but I'm going to remember the parts that rip my heart out, so that I'm not crying on stream in front of God and everybody.
Sure, I guess so.
And
But yeah, no,
I don't
I
like
wasn't
how it
expecting
ends.
the ending actually, so that's why I'm like,
I'm like,
I didn't expect it, but when
unless
it
there are
hit, I was
parts that I
like,
missed, I was like, no.
I wasn't expecting it, but when it hit, I was like, oh, okay, it makes sense. I was like, interesting and was cool. Anyway, yeah, 16. If people haven't played it, it's very good.
It is. So the one complaint that I've heard from a lot of people is that they don't like the cinematic combat bit.
Why? I love that.
It feels like a very long QTE.
Sure, but I like it.
I don't have a problem with it. I'm just like, I mean, fighting Titan, I would rather do it as a very long QTE than bashing buttons.
Yeah,
Also,
actually the
fuck that
Titan fight. Yeah, the Titan fight is the worst. Actually, when it came to the QTE, that's the first time that I thought it
whole
was way
fight
too long.
sucks.
Yeah, and the music choice is weird, and yeah, it's a
I was
weird
like,
one.
is he
one.
dead yet? Oh,
Yeah.
he's coming back. Is he dead this time? No, one more.
Yeah, the
I'm just
Titan
like,
was the worst.
oh my god, I need Kuka to die already. Fuck. I was like, you guys have no idea how much I'm prepared to just throw this controller at this.
Don't do that, Solario. Controllers only cost $60.
I know they're expensive. I was like, you guys don't understand. But I was like, we're done. We're done. This fight is over. We're done. Let's find somebody to raid. I was like, we were gonna do side quests, but fuck this.
And how is
My friend is not going to be very happy with me.
Solario?
So we're currently in chapter 15 of the original Cyber Sleuth, and I have got more megas in this one than I did in Hacker's Memory because Sapphire and I both went through and found an easier, like, early game version of the XP strat that you use with the Platinum Numemon.
Okay.
So I am far better prepared for endgame than I was in Hacker's Memory.
Yeah, I was just kind of going through your list here of all
So,
the
any
games that you had streamed this year, and there was I see there's Fairy Tale that was listed a few times.
That-
Let's see.
that
I think
game-
I have an actual Excel file for this.
Oh, nice.
well,
Okay.
that Fairy Tale game, Solario. After you play that Fairy Tale game, I have it on my wish list, and I still want that game. But
I
wanna
enjoyed
get-
it.
I want to get a physical copy for either the PS4 or the Switch. But I'm hoping the
I have the
Switch
physical copy for, yeah.
Yeah, you
I
had
heard something to do.
Oh,
Oh, Sleepy Love.
Sleepy Love.
yeah.
Files. Where is it? I know I have it.
Yeah, you had Zenless Zero on here.
Yeah, so Zenless is ongoing. It's because it's the new Hoyo game. It's gonna be a while on that one. Let's see.
You mean the one, the sort of the one in the city you're talking about?
Yes, the
Yeah, yeah,
Zenless Zone
okay.
Zero. It's Hoyo versus New. Where is it? I know my files.
Oh yeah, the Potion Monger. I remember you telling us about that one.
That one's the only problem I have with that one is because it's like first person point of view. I think this is where this is.
Who the hell is this Mikio? I don't even know who fucking Mikio is.
Who, what?
Someone sent me a friend request on Steam, and I don't know who the hell they are.
Welcome to it, I guess. I don't know. Files. I don't know. I have this. Where is it? I'm crazy.
Solario, that's why I love you.
Kindle content. Yeah, my my Kindle has so much in it. I had to back it up. Games I own.
Oh, sorry, it's Sly Cooper
Games
you
on
played.
stream. Here we go. I did. I played Sly Cooper for a Scorcher, another member of our community donated to my charity thing, and he had me play Daxter and Sly Cooper. I don't think I'll go back to Sly Cooper.
Oh,
Why not?
Because so it's not that I didn't like the game. It was just that
But I didn't
the
like
camera
it.
is well. It's very much one of those I would watch somebody else play it, but my biggest issue was the inverted camera situation.
Oh, do you have that same issue Detective does, that it gives you, like...
Because it's like I'm turning the camera one way, but it's like going the opposite way. I'm like, no, this is not what I want.
So I'm wondering. So are you saying that it didn't age well, or?
I mean, if they had, okay, I'm trying to find. I'm trying to do multiple things at once, and my brain is like, "What are you doing?"
Oh yeah, well, just find your thing, because you know there are a bunch of games like this where people remember good things about it and memories.
I had
right?
never played it. I'd never played it originally. Like when this came out, my parents were still in that phase where video games were for boys.
Right. Well, I'm saying this because a lot of people have fond memories of Sly Cooper, but like I've myself played a good chunk of it. Like I can't remember when. I remember thinking it didn't age well. It wasn't great. It was okay.
Yeah. See, that's the first time I'm hearing that there are people who were like it didn't age well. This is the first time I've played it, and that's like the only thing I didn't enjoy about it.
Man. I'm taking out a game
I
that
might have to.
Ah, Jesus. I didn't do anything.
What
What
did
did
you
you
say, Slayer?
see? Now I feel like you did.
Just fucking broke my case. Oh, man. I broke my plastic case.
Oh no!
Wow.
So I found the list.
Okay.
So the completion list so far for the year is Kingdom Hearts, Birth by Sleep 2, Melodies of Memory. So it's 3Ds, 3, Birth by Sleep Point 2, and then Melody of Memories are the ones that I completed this year. I played all the rest of them before.
Wow.
World of Final Fantasy, Fairy Tail, both the Digimon Cyber Sleuth games, and then Final Fantasy. I have Cult of the Lamb on here, but I may have to take it off because I don't think I'm beating the final boss before the end of the year.
That's a pretty.
Although I did complete most, I did complete most of the game content this year, though, so that might be just get left on there.
So
'Cause it
what are
doesn't-
you like? What games are you hyped to do or complete for the next year?
I haven't really given that much thought, to be perfectly honest. I am definitely looking to get through some of this backlog.
No, what's a backlog? I don't know anything about that.
That was some pretty big games though you took out. Like Kingdom Hearts isn't a short game whatsoever. You know what I mean? So I mean that's pretty impressive. That you did
Yeah,
so
no,
many
I've
of
been
them.
playing that for like roughly a year.
Yeah, that's bad. That's still pretty decent. Frick, it took me 3 months to beat Resident Evil 4, so you know, like.
Yeah, but you also do the YouTube streaming, you do the podcast, you do a lot of different things, so
That's true. Damn, it takes away from my gaming. Um, so sorry then. So Kingdom Hearts was your game of the year, Solario, and then you didn't really have anything for next year that you're excited to
Yeah,
finish
I don't
up?
have anything. So, because a lot of my, I tend to, which I, like I said, I need to go ahead and post the poll before I finish Final Fantasy 16. That way everybody has time to get their votes in on what in the backlog I'm playing next. I'm really hoping Hades 2 comes out next year for console.
Ooh, yeah.
That's
Yeah, I still haven't played that one. I love the first one, but I still haven't taken the time to play that second game.
yeah. So I have a hard time playing games on my laptop because my laptop is a piece of shit. So
Yeah, I do remember. Yeah, you and Peaswater were pretty big into Hades 1.
yeah, I'm still one trophy shy of the platinum for Hades 1.
Ooh.
I still have to play that game.
Like,
Yeah,
and
that's
it is
why
the hardest trophy in the game.
Oh, Mindful Pig, I put a picture in Discord chat to show you where I broke the case.
Oh,
no.
shoot. What's
Oh jeez.
what's the hardest trophy to get there, Solario? Like what's the last one?
It is what is it? Hang I can look it up to see what it's called. But what it is so you have let me mute the friend I have in my ear because they are yelling about I am not slow what. I'm looking at my games. So basically you have each of your keepsakes that you're given by different characters and each one does a different thing. But you have to, in order to level it up, you have to meet certain criteria. Well, for this one, you have to get it up to 30% to get the trophy.
Okay.
And it's the one that Thanatos gives you, the god of death. And it's the butterfly keepsake.
Oh, okay.
The only thing is that means you have to clear 15 combat rooms without getting hit.
Wow. Yeah, that's
50.
insane.
15 because it's
15. Okay.
yeah, so it's 2% for every room that you don't get hit.
Right.
which is incredibly hard.
Yeah.
And even more so if you play like I do, where you're just taking swings at things.
Well, it's doable if it's 15, I think. Like I initially heard 50 where I was like, holy
You
shit.
say that.
Yeah. I played the first one. Yeah. Because if
So you know which trophy I'm talking about.
yeah, but if you take the shield weapon though, you can block
I
most.
am so bad with that one.
But me, it's my favorite one. This one and the sort of cannon. Those are my two favorites. But in terms of not getting hit, the shield would probably be the best weapon because you can not only dodge but block stuff, right?
JW has an answer for all the games. You just have to go to him.
Well, it depends on which one. But the ones I played, sure.
So I was gonna say because the podcast we won't probably have again until like mid-January. I usually like to give like a long break for everyone so they can get caught up on their own stuff, right, and all that. So with that being said, this is kind of like your guys' last big month, right, to reveal what you're gonna be doing or what you're up to and all that. So Sheila, I'll start with you. Is there things people should look forward to in your channel? Is there anything coming up next year that you're excited to do? Like, it's your promotion time.
Next year, what am I gonna do?
Yeah,
I don't know. I have a lot of ideas, but I don't really know. And if someone ever visits me, maybe a Twisted Metal, I don't know, maybe. Maybe I'll do a duo stream with her playing a bunch of group games like Mario Kart and everything. Because, yeah. Even Smash Bros. What
Yeah, that's a good
games
great
that
one.
like I never played.
Anything for this month that you have planned for streaming?
Well, I do want to try to get actually further in Dead Island 2 because I really just started that game yesterday and my god, it's a fucking amazing. It's really good game. The graphics and everything about it goes forward. It does such a good job following the Dead Island 1. The whole aspect, the building aspect, and everything else under the sun. So, yeah, they did a really good job continuing the same type of gameplay.
That's really good to hear. I'm excited to play that one.
Yeah, me too.
Solario, what about you? What do you got planned?
I am hoping to stream more next year. And
Same.
yeah, that's always the goal.
No, but this year felt
Solario,
harder for some reason.
you stream enough, girl.
I
You
mean-
stream more than me.
I try to be at least more consistent with it.
No, but you, Slayer, but it just felt like it was a harder year this year for streaming, like just time management.
Yeah, I've had a lot happen this year. That some of it I have shared and some of it I hadn't. So, hi, Bookie. The dog is demanding my attention, so I'm slightly distracted
worry.
so that he's not barking in everybody's ears.
But games that I saw a Scorcher stream that I might be doing next Halloween is PE.
What is it?
Parasite at Eve.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh.
That's a PS2 game, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
No, PlayStation.
Yeah, PS1.
Oh. Oh, yeah, then I did play the PlayStation 1. I didn't remember earlier if I did.
Yeah, no,
I'm
that's a great
definitely thinking the big goal next year, I think, is going to be to get the converter and possibly play some of the older games that I have.
game. Oh, nice.
Boy.
Nice. Yeah.
What type of converter are you looking for, Solario? Because I can help you out with that.
I think you sent me the link for it because it's got to be an HDMI converter. So because I have the physical PS2 and PS3. My PlayStation 1, which apparently there's a difference between the original PlayStation and the PS1.
Oh.
Like, yeah. Specifically in nomenclature, apparently the big boxy PlayStation is the original PlayStation, and then the mini is the PS1. I was like, well, that's cool, because I have both. Neither of them work.
Is there anything from the PS2 that you're excited to play?
Oh, if I can get it to work, Blood Will Tell, and then the other two Gungrave games that I have.
Right.
Oh, okay.
That's another one that seemed really interesting, but that one's only a PS5 game, right? The new one.
So the first two Gungrave games, which let me pull them out of the case. I think one.
I'm pretty sure there was a podcast we did where Celerial went
We
into
did.
details
Yes.
about Gungrave.
Nope, that's my TV. I'm trying to find my old games list.
No worries. Well, you look for that.
Let's see.
My wonderful.
Oh, I found it.
Oh, never mind.
Like, you can go ahead because I'm flipping through here trying to find the game, but I did find it.
Okay. Well, I was just gonna say, JW, my dude, my peaceful man, that you've been here for what now? 3 hours, same as Sheila. How about you, my dude? What are you gonna be up to for the next month, next year?
For the next month, I will be streaming Indiana Jones.
Yeah.
Oh,
nice!
I can't wait for it. Like, I'm super excited. I hope it's super fun, and yes, I'm just stoked that it's so close. Like, I thought for sure at the last minute it would get pushed back, but it's not looking like it. Like, I'm
Same.
preloading it now, so so cool. And so yeah, I'm going to be streaming that. I'm going to post some shorts here and there, but my next YouTube videos will be more starting in January, where you'll see my love for Diablo 4 and complete decline of love for Diablo 4 in one fell swoop, and probably a video about Indiana Jones. And if you don't want to be part of the whole stream, and it can all be seen through my website, going on the jwfoster.ca, where you can go on the YouTube or on the Twitch, or just look through the writing I've done. So that's the upcoming stuff, and more writing, of course, of the upcoming novels.
Nice. Look forward to it, my man.
Yeah, Mindful, if you can DM me that link, because I think I forgot to ask last time.
DMJW's link?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, sure. No worries.
But yeah, so both of those games are for the PS2, by the way.
Oh, okay, they were. Okay, nice.
And they've never, I don't think they've ever been reported. It is Gungrave and Gungrave Overdose.
Well, I mean, like the PS2 had so many great titles. So yeah, you're definitely, if you can make that work, it's gonna be a really good time.
it's actually on sale on Steam for $5 right now. Gungrave.
Wow.
Oh, did they port it the new one or
the new one?
The original.
Gungrave.
Okay, yeah, I have that on. Yeah, I have that on the PS5. So I need to go back and beat that on hard mode.
Well, since
what is up with you guys and doing everything on hard mode? I'm like, fuck hard mode. I beat it.
I streamed it on normal. Thank you very much. I'm not like Detective Heartache who has to do everything in critical.
I'm just saying it. She doesn't go for normal or like over normal. No, she goes like, fuck this shit. I'm going to the hardest difficulty and everybody can eat my.
Yeah, she starts every even if she's never seen the game before in her life, when she picks it up, it has to be on the hardest level possible.
That girl, I don't understand how she fucking does it. I can't even go over normal. I go over normal. I say fuck you. I'm restoring this shit.
I played all of Kingdom Hearts on easy, Sheila. How do you think I feel?
I don't get it. I put Persona 3 Reloaded on easy because I couldn't beat a fucking boss for my life.
Yeah,
The boys are really laughing at us.
Yeah.
But I get it.
Don't blame Sheila for Persona. They're long ass games, so I would put it on easy just for it to go faster. So
I have not picked those up yet. Like every time the bundle. So every time the bundle that I want is on sale, I don't have any money.
Well, Solario, let me just put it this way. I've been playing Persona 3 Reloaded for 8 months now, and I'm only at 39 motherfucking %.
Did you say 8?
Yeah.
8 months, yes.
Oh, jeez. Has that game been out that long?
yeah, it's been out for years.
That's what you guys.
Yeah.
Is that well, she said reload. Yeah.
Yeah, the
It's
Reloaded
still
was
been out
this
in a
year.
while. I don't know if it came out this year or last year.
It was this year.
I'm pretty sure it came out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, it's been out for 8 months. Like,
No, I've been playing it for 8 months. I've been playing that shit for 8 months. I'm like,
I live under a rock, you guys.
Like 8 months I've been playing Persona 3 Reload. I'll be like, I'm gonna get over Mindful Pig. I'm gonna beat him. I'm gonna get higher than him. I look at my percentage, it's only at 39%. I'm like, fuck you.
That's why I said that's what makes it even more confusing how Jimmy did this in like 3 freaking weeks. Like, what a beast.
I want to know his fucking secret. He better show his ass in the fucking podcast.
And that's why Mindful Pig stopped playing.
Yeah.
Sheila over here peeking my headset.
I'm sorry.
But yeah, I have to have supper now at this point. But I just wanted to say thank you guys.
I have to get ready for work.
I just want to say thank you guys so much for tuning in, for being a part of this, for being here for every episode or maybe just a few of them. I'm sorry if I'm cutting in and out. Yeah, I just really, really appreciate it, guys, and thank you for making this community work. Thank you for making this podcast what it is today, and yeah, just thanks. I can't say it enough. Thank you.
Well, thank you. It's great fun every time.
It was fun.
Aw.
It is.
Well, you guys have a
I'm
wonderful.
not gonna lie, I really only came in here to bug Sleepy for her hunter code. I was like, wait a minute,
Oh.
I got roped in.
Sorry, Solarial.
Oh no, you're good. I kind of knew. I was like, it's gonna happen. I was like, but you know what? I need that code. I need more friends in this game.
Well, I hope you guys all have a wonderful evening. I look forward to your December streams. Have a good one, everybody.
Yes, you too.
Yeah, bye.
And then, of course, it's Mindful's turn because I'm just gonna literally chop in and out. So I figured it's easier to do it this way. Thank you, all the viewers, all the people that pop in live. This has been quite a journey. When I go back to the older episodes and just hearing the audio quality, and then like midway through the year, it seems like the stream was just perfect and the podcast is working out perfectly. And as we get into the end part of the year, we're having like different kinds of audio issues appear, and it's basically I'm saying is there's always been a challenge doing this podcast, but you guys continuously make it worth the effort. Like I said, I have someone on Spotify, sometimes multiples, but there's been one steady person on Spotify that's literally listened to every single episode. So thank you for that. And I know that they actually listened to it because Spotify had an update recently and it shows me how long that person listens for. And they definitely listen for at least an hour and a half, right? So thank you. For the YouTube people, thank you so much for making me go from only 8 viewers up to like 49 viewers. It was insane seeing that jump. Because literally you're just listening to a bunch of wonderful little nerdy people talk about video games. Sometimes there's stories in there. Most times just us ranting about the game that we played that week. So thanks for finding it interesting. Thank you for tuning in and being a part of that. Thank you to everyone in the live chat always who either makes it engaging or, bears with Mindful as he forgets to look at it sometimes or have his phone work properly. Thank you for just being a part of this. I literally can't say enough. Huge shout out again to Peaswad, who had to take off. Want to make sure he was recognized. Shout out again to Hood for joining the Discord and being a part of this and for giving his comments. I look forward into future podcasts where maybe we can add in some audio clips of you, defending a stance or whatever it might be. Because you have some really great views on video games, I guess, the lack of better words I'm thinking of. It's been nice to let other people hear your thoughts. Shout out to Sleepy, who had to hop off too. I apologize. I wanted you to have a chance to talk about your upcoming streams. Thank you for being a part of that. And then, of course, to the final bunch there, thank you to Solarial and Sheila for hopping on and being a part of this. Thank you, Sheila, for sacrificing a stream night to be on here for 3 hours just talking about video games. I really appreciate it. And last but not least, of course, thank you, JW. I'm not going to kiss your butt enough, my man. I really appreciate your support through all of this. I appreciate you literally going from I could probably help you with a few of these episodes to being my go-to guy now as my co-host. No matter how bad the stream gets, either audio, whatever the case is, you bear with it. You come back every single week and you try your best to make it work along with everything else you're doing. So, JW, you are the shit, my man. I'm very grateful I got to know you, and I'm extremely happy you're a part of my life, and that you make this work with me every single week. I think that's all the thank yous I can give out without getting too cheesy here in the last 2 minutes. As far as myself, just stay tuned. There's going to be the award show coming out. I promise it'll be a banger as always. We'll have a few streams here and there probably, and then next year, Mindful's gonna have an announcement to come out, and then we're going to refocus on Twitch, on YouTube, on Spotify, on the Discord. There's going to be a whole bunch of focuses. Maybe nothing big and dramatic like I'm trying to make it sound, but it will be the step in the right direction, I think, as far as what we're trying to do in Basement Gaming. Hope you guys have a wonderful night, and I'll catch you all next time. Bye until next year, though, for the podcast.